meteorologist Greg Perez. A very generous tip from a Broncos player. A group of players recently ate at the Waffle House in Parker, and Justin Simmons left a $1,000 tip. The server says that the tip will have a big positive impact on her and her family. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Some typical slowing around the center of town for the Tuesday 10 o'clock hour. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 30s and 40s between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Northeast of there, I-270 westbound, some stop and go at Vasquez. Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary there. Further east through the Aurora area, Parker Road. Looks like we've got a crash affecting both north and southbound traffic at I-225. Fox 31 at pinpoint weather cooling down the next few days. High 40 this afternoon with clouds rolling in for scattered snow showers tomorrow. Overnight low of 25. Tomorrow high 41. Thursday through Monday we're going to see temperatures improve significantly. The current temperature in Denver is 32 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
During Pro Paint Days at Lowe's, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PVA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply.
Ho, ho, ho! Whether you're roasting, grilling, or creating your favorite holiday recipes, Redbird Farms Chicken is the jolly way to make your meals unforgettable. With every juicy and tender bite, you'll taste the care and quality that Redbird Farms puts into raising their chickens. Find Redbird Farms Chicken at King Soopers, Safeway, and City Market. Happy holidays to all, and to all, a delicious bite.
Grill it, fry it, put it in parm. As long as you make it Redbird Farms.
Window coverings are the frosting on the cake. You need trusted experts to assure quality and design. You want dependable service, reliable warranties, and value pricing. You get all of that with the company Made in the Shade. Family owned and operated, all major brands, draperies, shades, high-tech options, even exterior rolling shutters. Serving South Metro Denver to Castle Rock. 720-458-6566. Or simply Google Made in the Shade.
When he's not talking about it, he's tweeting about it.
Do you Twitter?
Follow the Troubleshooter at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of Denver's talk station on Twitter.
Just give me your Twitter and I'll follow you.
Find us right now at 630 KHOW. It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Tuesday at 4 with confirmation that China is cyber attacking critical U.S. infrastructure. What do you need to do to protect you and your family from cyber attacks on the national infrastructure and perhaps on your own accounts? Join me at 4.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here to help you solve your problems, answer your questions, take your complaints. My studio's a little dim. I'm just experimenting with something. If it looks terrible, I'll turn my light on. I just wanted to see what it looks like in natural light.
I like it.
Do you like it better in natural light? So
yes.
We'll see. Yeah. Which means I invested in that light for nothing. Well, I'm going to show you the light, or you can make up. I'm going to turn the light on. By the way, give us a call. We're having fun. It's a loose time of the year. A lot of people are, I think they're kind of laid back this time of year. Okay, here's the light, and then we'll see how that looks, and then I'll turn it off again. And then my YouTube morons, who I really do value your opinion, I want you to weigh in on the light. Okay, so give us a call, and as you know, you can call this show any number of ways. First of all, you can call 303-MARTINO 24/7. Leave a message. We'll get back to you. 303-627-8466. We're taking your calls right through the end of the year. We might be taking some time off here and there, but remember this. We're always here to answer questions, and we'll get you on as soon as we can. We also have 303-713-TALK, 713-8255 when you're here. So I got the light on there for a little while, and then I'm going to turn it back off again, and I'm going to turn it off. Now, just weigh in on that, on the two lightings. Maybe something in between, too. Okay, Adolfo wants to talk about a citizenship issue. And Mark, is Sue's around? I want to ask her if we still have an angel over at this one law firm we used to use?
She will be home shortly.
Okay, all right. Adolfo, we used to have an angel that
How you
worked
doing today,
on
Tom?
citizenship issues with us. Muheisen and Muheisen. You remember them, Mark?
Oh, yeah, great people.
Yeah, and they probably still, I'm not sure if they still do it, citizenship, but I think, anyway. Adolfo, what's the situation? What's going on, man?
I was hired at this local tractor trailer position in Hudson, Colorado, and I furbished my U.S. citizen ID and Social Security. I'm a Colorado resident. The guy said I was illegal.
He said you were illegal?
Yes, sir.
Why?
He said my ID was fake and my Social Security was fake. He said the picture wasn't of me. I requested that from the Department of Motor Vehicles of Colorado, and I did everything I was supposed to do. Well, this employer called the police on me because I put a Google review on their Google.
So, Adolfo, you were hired, and when you went to fill out the W-9 and stuff and used your information, the guy said that it's fake.
Yes, and I'm a Colorado resident. I was born and raised here.
Okay.
The guy went into politics. Let me get this on top. Everything that's happening in Capitol Hill is affecting us first-generation Mexicans here. You know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, are you saying because of the controversy over the border, you guys you're having a hard time, Adolfo?
Yes, sir. People will look at my ID. I'm a U.S.-born first-generation Mexican, and people will look at my ID and say it's fake, and I will be fired.
What kind of an ID do you have? Is it a driver's license?
Yes, sir. It's a Colorado driver's license issued by the state of Colorado.
Why do they say it's fake?
Don't know, sir.
Hey, did you ever go? Did you ever get that app? I have that app on my phone. It's called? What is it called, Mark?
ID Me.
Yeah.
No, are you talking the state of Colorado with the digital license?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that works pretty well, doesn't it?
By the police,
Is your driver's license a real ID compliant?
Yes.
Well, I'm shocked, man. I'd like to see a picture of it. How's that?
Yeah. Would you trust us? Would you trust us to look at it?
Yeah. If you want to send me your email.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly will give you that, or send it to help, H-E-L-P.
What did the police do? It's not, trust me.
So the lady got a restraining order on me because I said, may God bless you like you blessed me, after they called me illegal. And she got a restraining order on me for that.
What?
Well, a temporary restraining order just falls off, man. It's not a big deal.
No, they got a permanent one.
Well, then you should have shown up for court and had your day in court.
It was in Minnesota, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. This just happened when?
Yeah, last 2022 of September.
Why are you calling now?
Because I'm in a fight right now with Dora. So I've been doing all the litigation on myself.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. What litigation? This woman accused you of being illegal. You're not illegal, so I assume there were no charges, right, Adolfo?
Yeah, there's no charges. But see, sir, this is the problem. I went to Dora. I first went to the EEOC, and I gave them all my evidence. And they gave me to Dora, Department of Regulation. And Dora found no probable cause of discrimination. And
well, maybe there wasn't discrimination. Maybe they're just idiots. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to protect themselves, and they thought you had a fake ID. But I still don't understand, what kind of litigation were you going through?
So I had to file through the EEOC and Dora, and I've been fighting this thing for a year on my own.
So what do you want is what I'm asking. What did you file?
I filed discrimination under U.S. citizenship discrimination. That is a thing.
So you filed something saying that you were discriminated against?
Correct.
Okay, and what happened?
Dora gave me a no probable cause.
Meaning
I had 90 days.
Dora said you were not discriminated.
Yes.
Why?
But they also, I don't know, sir. But I have 90 days to file in civil court. Okay. So I am trying to do side jobs, do anything possible to come up with the $500 to file in court.
No, you can file without money in court. You can file. You can get by with that if you tell them that you're what's the word, insolvent or something, or you don't have the money. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, but see, somebody said reach out to Tom Martino, and he could help you because I wasn't wrong. You know what I'm saying? I showed my proof of ID, my social.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Colorado resident.
Dora ruled against you. I mean, throw us a bone here, man.
You know, and it's kind of sad that Dora didn't look at my...
Why do you think Dora...
honestly, because the guy said he has 400 cases in front of him. You know, and he just didn't have time. You know, and it's kind of bad in my situation because, you know, I was wrong. I only lasted there 2 days at that job. After I lost my job, I became homeless. You know, getting on your feet, being accused of a crime you never did.
Okay, so this was 2 years ago.
It's been about 2 years.
Have you come home?
Why didn't you just get another job right away?
Are you in Colorado now?
Yeah, I'm in Colorado now.
Okay, and what's happening now?
Currently, I am doing all my paperwork to do a civil lawsuit. So far as going towards or reaching out to EEOC, I can't do that. Dora, I can't do that anymore.
No, but do you have a job here? Did you get a job, man? Don't let that define you, for God's sakes.
Oh, I was. Yeah, I got a job at HIXA Communications out of Windsor, Colorado.
Okay.
They're very nice people.
Okay. So you got a job, but right now you just want your pound of flesh, so to speak. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. You just want to teach them a lesson.
Well, yeah, sir, you don't do that to people, especially people that are trying in this world, you know?
No, I get you,
man.
I
have an education. I have degrees.
I don't get it at all. I don't understand why, if there was discrimination, Dora didn't find it. So I would assume this thing is closed. I think you need to just start concentrating on getting on with your life.
This is what I understood. You're not allowed to bring a lawsuit unless Dora finds, no, it's EEOC. Unless EEOC finds a rule. Did you go to EEOC?
And he said EEOC found nothing either.
No, actually, EEOC switched me over to Dora. I had a three-way phone call, and they gave me an option of going between EEOC or Dora. I chose the state of Colorado because I was born and raised here.
No, I get it.
And
but
Dora,
see, I know why Dora didn't do anything, because it's out of state.
Yeah.
That's why you got turned down with Dora. You came to me for help. I don't know if you have a case or not. I don't know what you want ultimately, but I do know this, okay? They told you can't work here. This is a fake ID. And they said it's fake this. Now, did you get pissed off and really lose your temper? Is that why they called the cops?
Well, no. They called the cops because they said I was posting on Facebook. And there's a police report.
Well, you can post all you want on Facebook, even though, Biden and his administration doesn't want you to.
Not threatening stuff.
Yeah. So basically, I posted on their Facebook and their Google reviews, and they called the cops on me. And
come on.
The police officer stated right there.
They called the cops on you.
Stated right there. Yes, they did. They called the Hudson Police Department. I have the police report.
Okay.
And in the police report,
but you weren't charged with
manager. No, I wasn't charged with anything.
Of course.
But in the police report, the manager said, I questioned Adolfo's ID after he sent it to me. And an argument began.
What do you mean an argument?
He called me, he called me derogatory names.
Did he call you, derogatory racial slurs?
Yeah. You name every book in the thing, he called me it. And
how did the restraining order?
You know what? Let's do this, Tom. Let's get the other guy's side. Give us this guy's information. I'd love to get him on the air.
Yeah, let's do it. We got more coming right up. Hold on. I want to talk to you right after the break. Paul the Waterman will be on the show tomorrow, I believe. Waterpros.net for your best water systems at the lowest prices anywhere. You will not believe the beautiful system you get for under $1,000 for all the drinking water you want. That's waterpros.net, 303 and 515-5000. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, no.
I can't believe I got the wrong
Christmas.
number.
Oh, I know.
You can. It's been a crazy morning, dude. You good now?
Yeah, I'm good. I can't believe I got the wrong number. I got to give it when I come back.
Long story, I was potting down the wrong person.
Judy, are you
good,
okay?
okay.
Oh,
As long as I'm not going
it's
crazy,
just that
Shannon.
Catholic
Honest to
Charities
God,
helped
that's all
us.
I care
I know,
about.
and I don't know why 4 works and 5 didn't. Who knows? It's ones and zeros, man. Hard to figure out.
That's ccdenver.org. Catholic Charities of Denver, supporting neighbors, transforming lives.
Empower Reverse Mortgage is the place you want for a reverse loan. Well, first you want to talk to them because they'll tell you the truth when it comes to reverse loans. And when you want a reverse loan to tap your equity, you can get your house paid off maybe and then just not have a house payment. That might be all you want. You may want some extra money with extra equity or an emergency line of credit. So call my friends, our exclusive reverse loan lenders, empowerreverse.com, 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719. O'Brien Legal Services. We talk about Brad O'Brien and his team a lot because he's on the show and he is our expert in real estate. O'Brien Legal Services can help you with any real estate issue. If you want them to just go over docs before a closing, residential or commercial, or complicated financial papers, maybe border disputes, eminent domain, easements, whatever it is real estate, olslaw.com. That stands for O'Brien Legal Services, 720-370-7388. Right now, you need the services of Genesis Total Exteriors if you're looking at storm damage. They can put it all on one invoice, whether it be the roof, the gutters, the siding, windows, doors, the decks, railings, painting. They do it all. They can even do stucco. Experts at stucco. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. My friend Mark, I've known for 25 years. You can trust him. And as I said, one source. One person to deal with for all your storm damage. 303-679-8509.
You're the best.
Hi, Carlos. This is Kelly. I need to speak with
shit.
somebody named Bill.
¿Dónde está? Es Bill.
Did Kelly get that
Bill is
information
the
on that
manager
dude?
of your
She's
establishment?
she's on the phone with somebody.
I'll call him and get it right now.
She's working it. Listen to this deal. Is Bill
Okay.
there?
Well, Carlos, my name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter radio show here in Denver.
Muy problemamoso.
Adolfo, who is claiming that you are incorrectly accusing
Watch him call the cops
of
because he's
having
breaking
a
his.
Technically, with us reaching out for him, but he didn't tell us to do that. So that's the one saving grace.
Well, I'm calling you because that's the number I was given. My question is, do you want to come on the air to defend your business?
Oh, man.
So, Shannon.
Yes, sir.
Did you say you did find out why I wasn't getting return audio?
You want me to call Minnesota right now?
Oh, you
even
never.
though
It
you're
just
local
started working.
And you could come on and
For
actually
Mark.
defend your business?
Yeah, and then when I called in on 4, it started working where it wasn't working before either on 4.
Oh, wasn't it? Okay.
And
That
nothing.
part
You didn't change anything on the board.
Nope, not at all.
What
Oh, no, there's nothing to change on the board. You're either on the board or off the board.
But when you're on the board, do you automatically get return audio?
Can't help it. I cannot turn off return audio if you're on the board. I cannot
Just so
stop.
you know,
turning audio.
I don't want to give you a hard time, Shannon.
No,
but
no, I don't mind. I
Just
don't
so
mind.
you know, whenever this happens, I always dial the Comrex test site to make sure I'm connecting.
I love that. I love hearing my girl from Ipanema.
Yeah, I know. Or you can call the Loopbox one too, where you can hear
Carlos,
yourself
and can I
talk.
get your last name?
Yeah, I know
just
you
so
like
can
that
name you
one.
as the
And then you
employee
can
who
hear.
spoke to me?
There's 3 labs you can call. One is the Loop, one is the voice, one is the music.
I see.
Yep.
So you're not willing to stand up to the corporation that pays you?
Ooh, Oh, God, she has gone nuts. Man, that
Are you sure about that?
So do you like this lighting, by the way?
It's nice with the actual lighting, because otherwise, man, us older people, we can't.
No,
did you get hung up on, Kel?
Too bright? I'm serious.
Kelly, did you get hung up on or called a name?
I got hung up on and called a name.
Oh, not in that order.
Well, what did they say? Give us a little.
Yeah, what did they call you? What did he call you? What did he call you?
Oh, he said, ma'am, I don't want to talk to you. You have to talk to corporate. I got the number. And then I said, are you sure about that? Because you're local, and are you sure that you want to be the person that had the opportunity to go on and defend your business?
Local.
And he said, ugh, what a bitch, and hung up.
He had
Carlos, we'd like to have you back on because you're so insightful. Carlos, hello. Huh?
No, I'm trying to call corporate right now.
We're coming back.
1213 while supplies last.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
I'm Tom Martino. By the way, waterpros.net. I gave the wrong number out. I'm like crazy. I don't know. And no jokes, Mark. Anyway, I don't care. Joke all you want. Here's the number for Water Pros for the water systems at the lowest prices, best systems. 303-862-5554. I do all this by memory, so I just, for some reason, gave Harris's. So they're going to be calling for a water system, and they're saying, well, do you want a divorce? Anyway, so waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. Listen, I checked with an attorney, and I just want to tell Adolfo something. Adolfo feels slighted because he went to apply for a job. And where did you apply for a job? What was the name of the place? Kelly, you just called him. Where was it? Adolfo, where was it? Anyway.
It was Crossroads Trailers out of Hudson, Colorado.
I thought you said it was Minnesota.
No, the business is a multinational trailer business. So their headquarters is in Minnesota. They have a branch here in Colorado.
Oh, because when you said to Mark this was in Minnesota. Okay. So Hudson Trailer.
This happened in Colorado.
Okay. It happened in Colorado.
So wait. The restraining order is here, right?
No, the restraining order is out of Minnesota for the HR lady that said that she was threatened by my statement.
Okay, so I get it. It has nothing to do with the local guy.
And I don't care about the restraining order. Here's what I care about. You were accused of having a fake ID and Social Security when you applied for a job at Hudson, Colorado. Now, here's the thing.
Correct.
Okay, here's the thing. You got very upset, and now you want to do something about it. The state of Colorado, I was wrong. The state of Colorado does have jurisdiction. They found no discrimination. Therefore, the attorney I checked with says you're going to waste money in court. It's either going to be dismissed or you're going to have to go through EEOC and see if they find discrimination. If they find basis for discrimination, then you can proceed to federal court. Here's the problem. You don't have any damages.
That's true. I just lost a job.
But there have been people who have got damages for other reasons, not just economic damages. Here's my advice to you, Adolfo. This sucks, okay? But you might just want to move on at this point. I don't know. Maybe other Mexican Americans might disagree with me and say, hell no, we're tired of this, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to tell you. But I don't know of any attorneys that will take this knowing that regulatory DORA turned you down and had no finding of discrimination. I don't know, man. What I would try next is EEOC. Give them the facts, or from your point of view, they'll investigate, and then if they don't find discrimination, then you're out of luck. But you should go to the EEOC. Yeah. The EEOC is really who you want anyway. And maybe they were looking for an excuse not to hire you, so they said you have a fake ID. I don't know what to tell you, Adolfo. All I know is it happened. You have to decide what to do now. And I wouldn't make too much of it, personally. I wouldn't make too much of it because it's going to waste time and money on your part. I don't think you're going to retrieve anything. But check with the EEOC. That doesn't take any money at all. Now, I know Kevin's waiting here to talk about this, but it's going to take a little more time than we have. So let me take a quick inquiry here. Colleen, go ahead. What's going on, Colleen? Colleen, are you there?
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, Colleen?
So, I am trying to get the same that you had, the top surgery.
Yeah. Do you have problems on more than one level of your back?
No, just one.
Oh, that's good
Just
because they're going for multi-level approval now, but right now it's for one level. And what's wrong with that level? Do you have arthritis?
So I have a spinal stenosis there.
Yeah.
And,
okay. And is it really bad where it can't be just fixed with, let's say, decompression surgery?
They told me that I needed a
fusion.
A fusion.
Okay, then you
So
might be a
Dr.
candidate
Patel.
for this. You might be a candidate for what I had done.
Yeah, see, I went to see Dr. Patel. He's the one that did the clinical trials.
He did.
This
He
was
sure
before
did.
it was even FDA approved.
Yeah,
So,
I know. He did
said it was a
He
great
did some of the
candidate.
trials, and Dr. Patel's a good doctor. I went to him for a consultation. What did he tell you?
He said I was a great candidate, and he would do it as soon as they got approval. So they got approval, and I had to wait for the UC Health to approve the surgery.
Right.
As soon as they did that, scheduled me a surgery appointment October 23rd. So they sent in the authorization to my insurance company, and they denied it. And they have denied it now 3 times.
I know,
I'm
that's a problem.
on my last appeal.
Okay.
So that's my issue.
All right,
And they're
hold on.
saying
I
that
want to get
Netta
Integra Insurance on. I want to get an expert on for you, okay? This isn't about the procedure as much as it is insurance. I don't understand why they turned it down because Medicare, which is one of the more conservative coverages, they paid every dime of it for me. So hold on, all right, Colleen? We have more coming up. I'm Tom Martino. Listen, we have Kevin Calkin to address this problem that came up on the show yesterday. But I want to tell you right now, because it's getting a little nippy, 888heating.com can do high-efficiency replacements of heating and air, and they are wonderful at value and honesty, integrity. Plus, you will save money each and every month. 303-770-2776.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Some typical slowing around the center of town for the Tuesday 10 o'clock hour. I-25 southbound showing speeds in the 30s and 40s between I-70 and Spear Boulevard. Northeast of there, I-270 westbound, some stop and go at Vasquez. Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary there. Further east through the Aurora area, Parker Road. Looks like we've got a crash affecting both north and southbound traffic at I-225. Fox 31 pinpoint weather cooling down the next few days. High 40 this afternoon with clouds rolling in for scattered snow showers tomorrow. Overnight low of 25. Tomorrow high 41. Thursday through Monday we're going to see temperatures improve significantly. The current temperature in Denver is 32 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
During Pro Paint Days at Lowe's, save $10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PBA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply.
Hey, the Art of Granite stands ready to give you a price on the phone right now for your countertops. Are you looking for beautiful countertops? You can find them at the Art of Granite, whether granite, marble, quartz, quartzite, any man-made or natural stone. They do it all, wholesale on all materials, tear out and haul away's free. The bathroom's free when you have the kitchen done, or you can opt for a free kitchen sink. The most important thing, they love their pricing. You will too. Get a price on the phone. 303-386-5919. 386-5919. theartofgranite.com.
If you get health insurance...
Yay.
So...
Okay, what's your name? Earl. Okay, hold on, Earl.
Earl.
Hey, Mark?
He's not there.
How much time do I have, Shannon?
Mark?
3.5.
Thank you. Whatchamacallit?
Really?
Yep, Mark's not there. Do you see him on camera?
Oh, shit. Well, I never know with the delay.
That's why you should watch Twitch.
What?
Mark, hey, I've got an Earl on the phone that says you've been talking to him about Dunn Heating and Plumbing, and he wants to go on the air to bitch about it.
I don't care if he comes on. I think it's purely on a water heater. Ask him if it's a water heater deal.
Tell him you never talked to an Earl, only Dukes and
Hey,
above.
Earl, is this about a water heater? Okay, hold on for me. Yes, it's about a water heater.
Yeah, I've asked him 3 or 4 questions, and he hasn't answered them in my email. I don't give a shit if he comes on or not. Have him on.
Have him over to the house.
He's complaining about the price. I asked him. I said, did they tell you one price, then change it? Give me something. He hasn't answered me. So, yeah, have him come on.
Okay. Hi, Earl. Both Tom and Mark really take complaints seriously, so they would like for you to come on the air to tell about your story with Dunn Heating and Plumbing, because we definitely do take sponsors seriously with this. So are you willing to do that?
Tell him he can answer my email as well.
Well, if you're not willing to come on the air, sir, there's not a...
Well, no, wait, Kelly, I emailed him questions. He never emailed me back. Tell him to fucking email me.
Did you get an email from Mark by chance asking you some questions? So you're saying that he didn't ask you any questions?
Tell him to email me. Give him. This is just crazy. Tell him to email you would help, and I'll email him back.
You have an opportunity here to actually go on the air and talk to Mark directly and Tom. Okay, sir, what would you like me to do for you right now?
Kelly, just have him email help, and I'll reach out to him.
Okay, so you don't know how to work email.
Oh, well, then he's fucked.
I don't know how to work female either.
Okay, so maybe it actually, the email was sent and maybe you just couldn't read it or figure it out?
Kelly, December 8th, 10:42 a.m. Earl,
Correct.
Did they give you a lower price than change something? In other words, were they dishonest about the price? Please
Correct.
send me
What
more
they charged for the
information,
water
Mark.
heater, correct.
That's pretty vague, Mark. You gotta admit.
Okay. What would you like me to do, sir?
I know where
I've given you 2 different options here. Do you want to just send a letter? I can give you the address. Okay, I'll give you the address.
No, fine.
It's 4695 South Monaco, Monaco Street.
He's gonna sit right down and write himself a letter.
Yep. And then you wanted to attention 4th floor. 4th floor. Like the number 4 with a T. Yeah, 4th floor. That's where we are. And Tom Martino show.
Yeah. It's not
And
getting
that's
here.
Denver.
Here we go.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255-888heating.com. Don't forget, for your high-efficiency replacement of heating and air at the best prices for the same equipment, 303-770-2776. Start saving every single month. Now, I want to go to this car issue with Kevin Calkin. We're going to get Integra Insurance on to talk about being turned down by insurance companies for FDA approval when things have been FDA approved. And then I have Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies on by remote. We're going to be talking to them about some issues. So if you have any questions on retirement, annuities, IRAs, 401ks, distributions, investment, living on retirement, long-term care, anything to do with retirement, rpcenter.com, here to help us. Busy day today. Ashram said, or Aram, I'm sorry, he called yesterday and he said he paid $3,300 for suspension work on his Jeep, I believe it was, and it was a 78 CJ5, and it ended up that they lifted it a little too high. Then he had to go have an expensive repair done for $1,300, and he's wondering what he should do. And Aram, I want to say that you're basically, I think they should fix what they should pay to fix what they did. So we want to talk about this. They put heavy-duty springs on this Jeep, and that caused it to lift a little too high?
Correct, which caused vibration throughout the drivetrain, Tom.
And the way they fixed it, not they, but someone else fixed it for $1,300, right?
Yeah, $1,500, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the way they fixed it is by putting on a custom longer drive shaft with a different yoke as well. And
now, was that the most cost-efficient way to fix it?
Yeah, they just said, listen, you've already got these new springs on here. Instead of trying to take those off and put the right ones on, well, let's just make this work. This is the cheapest path to fix it.
So, Kevin, what do you think about this? Is Kevin caulking up? Sheridan Auto Tech? I guess not. Okay. Let's just...
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, there you are, Kevin. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. No, he's absolutely right. The only way to fix it would have been to replace the springs with the correct ones, which would have been double the work.
Okay.
So, yeah, he actually did save them money by doing it right.
Okay.
And they should never have delivered the car. You know, first test drive out, they should have said... You know,
Aram, I don't see how you lose in small claims court.
I don't either.
Yeah. Is that what you guys think I should do?
I think you should. Now, would any of those guys write a letter or come with you to small claims court?
Oh, I could get the mechanic.
Okay.
That I actually
now, what
trust.
you don't want to sue for the $3,300. I would sue for the repair.
Yes.
That's really the only money you're out right now.
Well, I guess my concern is that why I would like to go for more, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this, is that I didn't want a lifted Jeep. They gave me a lifted Jeep. It drives different now, and that's not at all what I wanted.
Yeah, but,
and unfortunately,
okay, but hold on.
I had to spend money somewhere else to figure that out.
Aram,
yeah.
Then what you should have done is sued for the right spring work to be done. And you should have returned the old ones to them. You can't have everything. Okay, so let me ask you what you do want. You didn't want a lifted Jeep, so what do you want? Do you want them to pay for the whole Jeep? What do you want? Aram, it's a fair question. What do you want? What do you want?
I want them to just give me my money back because what I paid for
you don't get
is
to
not
keep
what
all
I
that.
got.
You don't get to keep all that and get your $3,300 back.
Okay.
I mean, the court would laugh. A judge would say, well, wait a minute. Why didn't you then just have them undo the work or have someone else take the springs off, bring them back, sue them for those springs, or get your money back, but you put the right springs on? What I'm saying is you went and had this adapted now to accept these springs. Now you're saying you don't want to pay the $3,300, but why? Why? Because that's not going to put your Jeep back to the way it was. But it'll just make you feel. It'll just make you feel better.
No, not necessarily. So when I took it back to these guys, I gave them 3 chances. The original shop, 3 chances to make it right.
Aram, that doesn't matter. What I'm asking you is, why do you feel you're entitled to a full refund?
Because I got screwed and they didn't know what they were doing.
Okay, so Aram, you shouldn't have had the $1,300 done. You should have sued for a full refund from the beginning. Right now, if you if you go to a judge, the proper way to address this is, I want my $3,300 back, and I will gladly return the springs to them. But that won't work now because you already had the Jeep adjusted.
That's a good point.
So why would you do that? It's too what for what you want. It's too late. You already had it adapted. You should have just called us and said, "This stuff isn't right." We would have said, "Sue for your money back and have them put the old springs. Go somewhere else."
Yeah.
But it's too late. I mean, you already adapted the Jeep for those springs. Getting your money back and trying to keep those springs doesn't even make sense. It sounds like you're trying to pull a fast one. But what's the value of the Jeep? The whole Jeep. What? And I don't mean an exaggerated value. What is the value of the Jeep?
I paid $7,500 for it.
Right now, with the new parts and stuff, what would somebody pay for that Jeep?
Let's say 12 grand, not inflated. I put a lot of other stuff on it. 12 grand.
Oh, too much for small claims court. You could make the argument they ruined your entire Jeep, and you're suing them for the value of the Jeep. That would
okay.
Now, but you have to get an attorney, and you have to pay an attorney, and you're not going to get. Listen, here's the problem. It's going to cost you a minimum of $5 grand just to start your lawsuit and depositions and all. Minimum. So you're chasing good money after bad. So this is a situation, there's a no-win situation right here for you because you jumped the gun and had it fixed. You should have just stuck to your guns and said, "You ruined my Jeep." Then what you could have done is demanded your $3,300 back, return the shocks, and go somewhere else. And maybe a little extra money for any trouble. I don't know, but I don't know what else to tell you. Right now, you should.
So, do you think my best course of action is to take him to small claims for the $1,500 that I had to spend to fix it?
That's what I would do. Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a slam dunk, like you said, Tom. That's an easy one.
It seems to me like they cost you that. They caused you to have to do that.
Yeah.
If they say they did the work right, you have people saying, no, they didn't. They made that a dangerous Jeep. In fact, isn't there a law, Kevin, you're not supposed to alter suspension on vehicles?
No, they're all, especially Jeeps, they're altered all the time.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought there was something about suspension. Maybe I'm wrong. Of course I'm wrong because you're in the business. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Remember, during this winter, you can still get stuff done on your storm damage. Genesis does it all from roofing, siding, gutters, painting. They do windows, doors. They do it all. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
We're back to easy driving for the late morning commute. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through town. That trend continues for our friends up north to Fort Collins and drivers down south to Colorado Springs. Back to town on the south end, I-225 north and southbound. Easy driving through Aurora and the Denver Tech Center. North of there, I-70 east and westbound flowing free for folks leaving or heading to DIA this morning. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies, cooling down after yesterday with a high of 40. Those clouds coming in are bringing scattered snow showers tomorrow. Overnight low 25 tonight, tomorrow high 41, Thursday high 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHAL.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
And if you're looking for the right company to do restoration to your property, look no further than referralist.com, American Restoration 24/7. Here's what I want to tell you. Restoration is a very highly skilled operation. You have to mitigate dangerous substances, stop them from doing more damage, and then rebuild to the extent the owner wants. And if you hire a company, you want someone who does it right, because your insurance will only pay the first time. They're not going to pay for any screw-ups. So you got to get the right people. And American Restoration, they have the bonding, insurance, background checks, the EPA certifications, the knowledge, and the know-how to get the job done right. Beware when it comes to restoration. And this winter is the season when people have broken pipes, floods, mold, asbestos, problems all over the place. 8337-AMREST. 8337-AMREST. Online, amrest247.com. This, unfortunately, is also the season for accidents with the weather. Yeah, you can have a lot of traffic accidents. And I want to direct you to John Fuller. If you're injured, think you're injured, or may have a case. Here's why I say that. A lot of people don't realize that they're hurting, and they don't realize what it's going to do in the future, or they don't realize how hard it is to get a settlement from the other person's insurance company, or even your own insurance company. John Fuller can help. He puts the personal in personal injury. You get his cell phone number if you decide to hire him. And how would you decide to hire him? The only way you should is by talking to him directly, and you will talk to him. One of the few firms where you call and talk to the lead attorney. He's made it that way. He will only take as many cases as he personally can work. And there's no intake counselors. There's no call centers. They route the call to John. You go over the case. If it's a good fit, he works on a percentage fee basis. So call John and notice the difference where you're not just a number. Fuller Law. You can find him at referralist.com, and here's his website, myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500.
Fabulous.
Thank you. I have found the most useless app ever is Honey.
Yeah, it doesn't really pan out, does it?
It doesn't. It is useless. In fact, I'm going to uninstall the son of a bitch.
Good call. Yeah, it mostly just keeps popping up when you're trying to check out.
Do you like this thing called Fake Spot?
No. I can barely find the real spot.
You son of a... Anyway, what? Fake Spot is some kind of Amazon review and eBay. It protects you from bad sellers. It tells you caution. Well. We've noticed a lot of...
not having a good week.
I don't know. It tells you about
Kelly, stop.
Bad players.
Yeah, you had talked about that with some caller recently because they bought something on Amazon. Well, hell, didn't you buy something and you come back and the seller is not...
Right.
Not a legitimate seller?
He's not even there anymore.
Something like that.
Yep.
I can't even find them.
As you can imagine, I only purchase from reputable dealers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, what, like meth, you mean?
Well, if their products have been tested on animals, I usually...
Tom, I'm in such a happy mood today.
Oh, good. Compared to yesterday, anything would have been happy.
She's already had one guy.
If you came in with the gout and herpes, you would have been happy.
In the same spot.
I already got called a bitch, and I don't even care.
Oh, that's so nice. Just stay away from your cat.
Ugh. If she lives past Christmas, I'll be astonished.
How old is this cat?
15.
What?
Yeah.
And getting into all kinds of trouble at 15?
Yeah.
Leave some Christmas lights plugged in.
What? Shit!
What?
You know what they call 15-year-old cats where I come from? Katsu young.
Wow.
Well, I got to tell you, this one has tried to kill me. And now she's I don't know. She's definitely on, like, end of days kind of thing. She now just, like, stays in the hall and curls up next to random things. Wow. And we get up and we're like, what are you doing? Why aren't you? And she's ravenous with appetite, which means that's another bad sign.
All right.
No, that's a good sign.
Put the cat to bed. Here we go.
All right.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, did you know you can get a whole solar system for $21,000 completely installed by ProBid Energy? And that's after your tax credits, $21,000 with a battery backup system. You got to really check them out, ProBid Energy. We love these guys. They do sales, service, and installation. 303-623-1531, 623-1531. Now, let's continue. Did we get anyone from Integra Insurance for Colleen yet? Are they available? Did you try? Did that fall through the cracks there, Kelly?
I'm still working on it, Tom. Hang on.
Come on, Cucina. Okay. By the way, Cucina's in a much better mood today. She made the announcement. And, of course, anything would have been better compared to yesterday. She had a bad day. And that's not me.
I did not.
I didn't make those sound effects. Don't sue me.
No, that's Shannon.
Okay. Now, I just talked about ProBid Energy, a good solar company. We also love Red Rocks Roof and Solar. So Susie's calling with a solar problem, and I'm going to bet she didn't use one of those. But Susie, what's happening?
Hi, Tom.
Hey, what's going on with you?
So I'm trying to. I have a family member, and this problem is making me nuts.
What's going on?
I don't know if. I hope we have recourse. So they signed a contract with a company. They did not start the work yet.
What's the name of the company?
Well, Generation Solar is on their documents, but the email address for one of the employees is smarthuman.solar for the email address.
Is what?
So,
smarthuman.solar
is the email address is at smarthuman.solar.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
So
why is he having, why did he sign, this is your son, he signed a contract, why are you having questions about it?
Because it's like 3 times the amount, the purchase price is $60,000. They cannot afford to do that. I don't think they really thought through what this was really going to cost them.
What's the tax? Is that $60,000 after tax credits, or don't tax credits?
That's the purchase price.
Yeah, and can they take advantage of tax credits?
The whole thing is very fuzzy. That's obviously a very good question. I don't have all the information, which I said when I called in.
$60,000. Do they have a giant house?
No, they do not. It's a tiny house.
Well, it sounds like they got ripped off to me. When did they sign the contract?
You know what? I'm looking at a document that doesn't have the date where their signatures are, so I don't know.
Does the contract?
I know it's been a while.
Well, does the contract have a date on the top of it?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, that one.
I didn't see a date anywhere.
Did they sign it at their home?
They did.
And were they given a 3-day right to rescind, which they should have?
They were.
And they let that 3 days expire, I assume.
Yes. Yes.
Well, they may not. Did they give any money for this yet?
I don't know that either.
They may not.
I hope not. But I bet they wrote a check that day. Yeah. Well, there are. Let me ask you this, because there are. It says homeowners' right of cancellation. And of course, there's the 3-day thing. But beyond 3 days, there are reasons why you might be able to cancel, and one of them is change in cost. So you can cancel the contract with no penalty or fee if they change the cost. And they're going to change the cost because they calculated the number of panels for the roof, and then which covered the entire roof on the south side. And there is a swamp cooler up there, and you're not going to cover where the swamp cooler is or access to the swamp cooler. So that definitely there's going to be another contract.
Is
and
it
I
going
would
to be
think
less or is it
that
going to be
is
more?
Well, it should be less.
Okay,
Because I don't know
hold on.
that they should really be putting any panels on the
Just
north
hold on,
side.
all right? Because this is going to get complicated. I think you might have a way out of it, but honest to God, this is terrible. Hold on.
There are a few reasons people don't go to the dentist, even when they should, because after all, dental health has a huge impact on overall health.
Is Integra that difficult to get on?
Yeah, so right now, James Jr. is in a meeting until noon, and I'm trying to reach his dad.
They don't have a James Jr.
Yeah, she meant John.
John, sorry.
I got your back there, Kelly. Don't worry. He's just looking.
Thanks.
He's looking to nitpick on you.
Who's going to get her front?
Oh my God, Shannon.
What?
Swear to God, I'm going to throw something at you. Yeah, I'm still trying to get a hold of Senior. Ugh.
Has anybody thought about trading Schumer for hostages?
No.
How would that work?
Oh, good for us.
Yep, still can't. If I can't get Integra, is there somebody else you want?
Jeez. No.
Okay.
I mean, I hope we can get them. I'm trying to think who would know about insurance approvals. I would say them.
John Jr. definitely not available until noon. I could always reschedule this so she doesn't have to hang. Hey, Colleen, we're trying to get an expert on for you from Integra Insurance, and they are unavailable right now. Is there possibly a later time that I can reschedule you for so you don't have to sit on hold while I'm trying to get them lined up? I learned patience through my adopted dad. All you had to say was perfect. What's your best number? I've already sent my feelers out. We're trying our best to get them on. If this possibly extended to tomorrow, are you available at 10 a.m.? Okay, you got it. Thanks so much, Colleen. I really thank you for calling. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay.
She says the Glass family is extremely grateful that these officers are being held accountable because each and every one of the officers that failed to intervene fails Christian Glass. One of Colorado's most well-known 14ers is now officially on public land. Found Democrat.
Hi, is this Jeremy? Jeremy, hi, this is Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. And you had left us a voicemail about an issue that you're having?
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored
Oh,
by
good,
Macy's
good.
Basket.
Very glad to hear that. If we can help you at, if we can help you at any other time with us. Really? Okay, I'll let Tom know. All right, you take care. All right, happy holidays. Bye. Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
There was an outbound I just took. All he did was mention you to a tire shop, Discount Tire.
Yeah.
That he was going to threaten to call you, and they immediately gave him a new tire for free.
Hot damn. Love it.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gift? Just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliance Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliance certificates give 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's the happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/alliance. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY accurate as of the 11th month 2023 year end declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties will apply. Email disclaimer monthly account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers will be charged.
Hello?
How can we help you?
That's quite the, what's that Tom's wearing? What is that called? It's not a hoodie. It's quite the flannel.
Does he have a onesie?
It's a channel. A shacket. It's a shacket.
It is a hoodie, too, see?
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Okay, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. What's on your mind today? How can we help you? This hour brought to you by 888heating.com for the high-efficiency answer to your heating and air. So you not only save upon installation with them, but you save each and every month going forward. It's good for the house, good for the environment, good for the pocketbook. 303-770-2776. So let's continue here with the festivities. Josh is with Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. And I'm going to get back to the solar thing. And then also we're trying to find an answer on why insurance turns down something that's FDA approved. Maybe Deputy Doc could even weigh in on that. He's, he was a doctor for many, many years, dealt with insurance.
Doesn't it cost more? Doesn't that top surgery cost quite a bit more than what fusion would be? I don't know.
Nope. The cost is not so much more. It's not more complicated. It's probably less complicated. Well, it depends on the training, I guess. I don't understand it, Mark. It's FDA approved. Medicare had no problem. I mean, done. It was like they paid for it all. And gosh, I really want to try to get a hold of them at Integra because they know sometimes what to do when something is turned down. And I don't know why they would. Can they say, hey, it's still experimental even though it's not? I mean, I don't know. And that solar system, we'll get to that in a second. I want to get some answers. I'm trying to get I would like to get one of our solar experts on as well to find out if we can get out of this, because this company sounds like a flim-flam, thank you, ma'am, all kind of thing. Josh with Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, as people come up to the new year, they start wondering what they should do. And Josh, I wanted to ask you a question real quick here. When it comes to long-term care, do you guys have people that you know? We don't necessarily have anybody we refer people to. Do you guys know much about long-term care? Josh, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Tom. So, yeah, we specialize in long-term care planning with the clients that we work with, although not in the traditional
We don't actually have any referrals for that.
We have a handful, yes, but for the most part, we handle a lot of that in-house.
Oh, you do? You have actual plans and stuff?
Sure. Yep.
Oh,
yep. They're more of an alternative long-term care plan, but yeah, we do handle that in-house. Absolutely.
Okay. Are more and more people opting for long-term care planning or not?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest concerns when it comes to anything retirement planning. I mean, healthcare costs, they're just an unknown. But there's also wisdom in being smart about planning for long-term care. You know, traditional insurance, we throw a lot of premium towards a policy that we may or may not use. And we're not down on traditional long-term care insurance. However, with the folks that we work with, when you get older, it gets a whole lot more expensive, and so it's a difficult pill for a lot of folks to take advantage of. So we use asset-based long-term care instead.
All right. And we can talk about that coming up, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Susie, I don't know if Kachina is trying to get our solar expert on, but I'm going to still continue with this. Okay, so a $60,000 solar system sounds outrageous, absolutely outrageous. But hold on, I didn't say illegal. I said outrageous. You say you have a tiny house. I don't know how you spend $60,000 on a solar system. Do they have battery backup? What do they have?
No, there's no battery backup.
Okay, so they signed it. They didn't take the 3-day right to rescind. Yeah. Did they write a check or not? Did you say yes or no on that? I was unclear.
I don't know if they wrote a check. They did sign November 8th. I did find that. They did sign November 8th.
Okay, now.
And
what about the promise for installation deadlines and all of that? If they breach the contract, there could be ways to get out. And it says on some of the outs, you said if they change the price. I assume they meant if they increase the price, and you're saying it will actually be cheaper. Do you think they need to get them? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I mean, do you think that they're going to present them with a new contract?
Change. Yes. Yes.
Well, okay.
So if they can't, if they
can't do this contract the way it's written, then technically they don't have to sign a new one.
Right.
That might be their out.
Right.
And you're saying the way the contract is written, it can't be done.
Well, it does mention that if there was some change to the contract, that because they ignored the fact that there was a swamp cooler on the roof, they have to do a design change, and that's going to be a new contract because the panels will be different. And it looks like permits are an opportunity. It looks like if we can cancel the loan, if the loan is already in process, we can cancel that even if 3 days have passed.
Well, did he sign for a loan on his house?
A loan? No, a loan to pay for this.
I know, but sometimes they take a second on the house. The reason I ask that's a good thing. Let me explain this to you. Sometimes they require a second on the house, and any second on a house, anytime you sign your equity away, right before you sign it, you get another 3-day right to rescind on that loan.
Okay.
But here's the deal. Having the loan doesn't mean, if they cancel the loan, it doesn't automatically get them out of the contract necessarily. They can sue them for breach of contract. You know, Susie, you might want to have an attorney look at it to see if you can get out of the contract. I mean, this sounds serious to me. $60,000 is an incredible debt. And do they say how much tax credit does your son even make enough money to benefit from these tax credits?
No. My husband calculated they'll be paying for this for 100 years. I mean,
Does he feel stupid for doing this?
Yes, they both do.
Did somebody knock at their door?
I don't know. Probably. And they would have answered it. There's some, and we had no idea until like 2 days ago.
How old are they?
How old?
In their 40s.
In their 40s.
In their 40s. Yeah.
Oh my
God.
What
I think it's predatory myself.
You think it's predatory? Well, listen.
And there are a lot of people that have complained about this company, and a lot of people didn't find answers or get help or get out of it, but there are people who did, and so we're trying to look at that.
Generation Solar.
Yes.
I want to try to get my people
They're really badly, there's a lot of bad write-ups about them.
I've got an expert on for you, Tom.
Let's go to the expert.
Brooke.
Okay.
From Red Rock Solar.
Hey, Kate, that's good. Brooke, hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Great. Hey, Brooke, have you heard of, and I know, listen, I just want people to know that Red Rock's Roof and Solar and also ProBit Energy, these are two companies we fully endorse. Red Rocks is a great company, and I know I'm not going to ask you to throw stones at another company, but I do want to know, have you heard of Generations?
I have not. Are they a nationwide company or are they local to Colorado?
I don't know. All I know is they did some...
They're based in Utah.
They're based in Utah, okay. And they're called...
That makes a big difference.
What?
That makes a big difference where it's based out of and what you can do to get help. If they're based out of Utah, it's very difficult to change anything out of the contract. That's why most solar companies are based out of Utah, because it's really hard to legislate against.
Really?
Yes. Yep. So you can look it up. Most solar companies that are installing in a couple different states are based in Utah for that specific reason.
For what reason? What is the reason again? Something to do with the contract?
Yeah, within the contract, you have to go to arbitration inside Utah based on Utah state regulations, and it's very difficult to win a case. It's kind of like trying to sue somebody whose LLC is out of Wyoming. Most lawyers just don't recommend you even start the process because it's not advantageous.
Okay, so if it's in Utah and a solar company, they usually do that because of the arbitration clause, and they figure most people won't go through with it. But let me ask you this, Brooke. If they signed a contract and now they have to change the contract because there's a swamp cooler on the roof.
Yeah, but it sounds like it might be cheaper.
Yeah, but technically it's a change in the contract. Would they have to present a new contract, or could they just say, oh, by the way, we're doing the contract, but it's going to be a little cheaper? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know the answer to that. If you came across a salesperson who sold a job and there was a swamp cooler and he didn't note it, and therefore they charge for solar panels there, what would you do?
So are they trying to say that they can't install the system size they initially agreed to, and that's why it's cheaper because it's a smaller system, or what's making it cheaper in the contract?
They're going to put less panels up because there's a swamp cooler in the way. Which, by the way, on a side note, if you were having a legit company do it, like Red Rocks, and you didn't want to get out of the contract, I would get rid of the swamp cooler, because the whole idea is if you're going to have a solar system, go ahead and get air conditioning. I mean, because it's going to pay for it. But in any case, Brooke, I think according to the mom here, we're not talking to the actual customers, but Susie, let me get this straight. Are they saying they're going to make the system a bit smaller now?
I'm not. What they talked about was because they're not going to have all the solar panels on the south side because of the swamp cooler, which is stupid to not realize. They were going to move some solar panels to the north side, and then the number of solar panels would be the same. And
they can't just change the contract like that without getting their signature.
Well, technically,
I
the
would hope
contract
not.
usually is just bones. Usually in a contract, it just says that they're installing 14 whatever kind of panels, so 14 REC Alpha Pure panels, and they're doing one inverter or whatever. I mean, it does not say in that contract where all the panels are going to go or what the production value is. So if they're installing the exact same amount of equipment, it's just in a different roof slope, which means that the production or the efficiency of the system is less. They can technically do that, and that's probably in the contract, because most contracts I read through have that information, and unfortunately, most solar contracts are anti the client.
You're right. You're right. You're right. So, Susie, here's what I want you to do. Send us a copy of that contract. I want Brooke to look at it just as an industry expert. That's the best we can do right now. And then you can go see an attorney, but get her opinion first. So send it to us. We'll send it to her, or you can send it to her directly. We can give you her email off the air, 303-713-8255.
Very nice.
Do more together this holiday in a new Chevy. Take on more adventure in the strong and capable Chevy Silverado. More confidence in the Chevy Equinox, winner of the J.D. Power Award for initial quality among compact SUVs 2 years running. And more value in the all-new Chevy Trax with an available 11-inch diagonal touchscreen. Bring the holidays together in a new Chevy. See your Colorado Chevy dealer. For J.D. Power 2023 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
As years come to an end and a new year begins, people always look at their finances and wonder what they can do better. They want to set some goals. Joe Ciano, certified financial planner, is with us. Joe, what are some of the things that people can do better? Or better yet, what do they want to do better?
Well, you know, Tom, I'm a strong believer in setting financial goals every single year. That's why I wrote my best-selling book called Smart Money Moves. Now, my book can actually help consumers protect their retirement accounts from the economy and the stock market, and it will help them learn how to make money and not lose any money and get a guaranteed income for life. In addition to that, Tom, it will protect them against the high cost of long-term care. And you were asking somebody this morning if they had a professional that deals with long-term care. We teach long-term care. We have a teacher certified by the state of Colorado that can actually handle long-term care claims and policies. So I want to just make this...
Joe, on the book, weren't you going to give some away?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to be giving away 7 books to the first 7 listeners that call me to review their financial retirement plans. There's absolutely no obligation. All they have to do is call, and they will get the free best-selling book that I wrote.
303-779-6600 is the number. 303-779-6600. And this book, by the way, Joe gave me an advance copy to review. It is a very good, straightforward book, and it's filled with information. So, Joe, thank you very much. That's 303-779-6600, and you can get a copy of that book with no obligation, of course, just a review of your retirement plan, 303-779-6600.
Hi, I'm Henry Witt.
Red Rocks Solar and it's 303-704-2449.
He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with
Her name is Brooke, B-R-O-O-K.
geographic atrophy, or GA. You struggle with vision loss. Maybe want to help others know about GA.
No problem. You have a wonderful rest of your holiday season.
Isn't she as sweet as candy?
It's crazy how nice she is to these people, and then just instantly.
As sweet as candy.
Then she tears off the mask and becomes some sort of man-eater.
What?
Huh?
What are you saying now?
Nothing.
Not us.
Very happy workplace.
Don't look at us. We're not saying anything bad. Not from you.
What were you saying?
Nothing.
No, seriously, what?
We said how sweet you are. And then Shannon said until she pulls off the mask.
Oh my God, Shannon!
You're like that kid from that one Twilight Zone. It's a good thing you did there, Billy. Sending Tom into the cornfield. It's a good thing you did.
I know.
Are you talking about Children of the Corn?
I don't know if that's the episode. Billy Mummy.
Stephen King?
No. Billy Mummy on Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone?
Oh, I love that episode.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Billy, that's really good what you
The
did
episode name
there,
is
Billy.
called It's a Good Life.
Billy,
that was
that's
the name
really
of the
good
episode.
what you did.
It's real good.
That's real good, Billy.
Oh.
Uncle Harry, are you cross with me?
Oh. And then at times she's like that talking Tina doll. I don't like you very much. Remember how it killed Telly Savalas?
Oh, put him out in the cornfield?
No, pushed him down the stairs. The little talking doll.
Oh,
talking
that,
Tina.
I'm sorry. I was thinking.
That was a good one too.
Ugh.
The dolls.
Can't wait. New Year's Day, the marathon on
Am I the only
Sci-Fi.
person that gets freaked out by like what do you call them? The dummies
No.
that they do.
Oh, crap, we're coming back.
You know what I'm talking?
Talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hello, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Okay, let's continue here. Robert, what's happening? Hello, Robert. And we have some lines open after Robert at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Go ahead, Robert.
Tom, I was driving donor's blood from Vitalent Blood Center, Denver, to a hospital in the mountains. I was using the HOV lane when it was closed. I'm driving the blood using lights and siren. They had an emergency at the hospital, and I went into the closed HOV lane. The company...
Were you in an emergency vehicle?
Yes, I'm in an authorized emergency vehicle right now, heading to Moab, Utah, taking blood to Moab.
Really?
Anyway, the vehicle... I'm not doing lights and siren right now. It's only stat. Anyway, the company that does the billing for the violation, I want them to respond either by mail or email. They haven't responded at all. They called me one time while I was asleep because I had been driving blood all night, and they called me at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Who called you?
And the company that does the... I'm sorry I don't have the page with me right now, that does the billing for the fines when you are improperly using an HOV lane.
Well, hold on. They don't take into consideration emergency vehicles, or do they?
Well, I think they have, but they haven't responded one way or the other. I sent them an email.
Well, who's
and I
being
asked
billed
them-
for this, Robert?
Well, they want to find me. Actually, they want to find the owner of the vehicle, which is me, for the use.
So wait a
improper
minute.
use
So
of the
you
HOV
drive
lane.
your own vehicle, and how would I know it's an emergency vehicle?
The light bar and siren, and it's authorized by the state of Colorado.
Okay.
The authorization was issued to the Colorado State Patrol. And
So
it has
is there some
decal.
kind of control number that goes with that vehicle, an ID number?
There is on the emergency vehicle authorization. decal on the windshield.
Okay, so why don't you just send that to them and say that you're exempt?
I did, but they have not responded. I want them to respond either by mail or email or some way.
Why do you care?
Well, because I have not learned if they have dismissed.
Well, it's not going to be a mark on your license.
Well, you can log right into their site and see if they dropped it, man.
Correct.
You
can? So I'm just curious, is there any way I can... I don't know. I don't know how to do that. But I was wondering if there's some way I can compel them to respond to my email. They don't even acknowledge that they received the email. So I'm just curious if there's something I should do to compel them.
Well, Mark, how do you know you can log on? Have you done that?
Because when you crossed that line and you got your ticket on there, it said that you weren't going to be charged because it was your first offense. And if you want to verify you weren't charged, you can log into the website.
Oh yeah, well this is the like the fourth offense. I've done this several times, transporting blood emergently to hospitals. The one I'm referring to is the one on I-70, but I had received it for improper use of the entering and exiting outside of the entry and exit locations on C470.
Yeah, everyone's getting those. Everyone is getting those.
So now they're charging for them, and they even tell you that on the road signs that you will now be fined for these improper entrances and exits. But I'm just curious, is there some way I can compel them to at least respond to my email?
Yeah, you could sue them.
I don't know how to do that. But
hold on. First of all, you can't demand that they respond to you, okay? That's just pure unreasonable, okay? They don't have to respond to you. They don't.
Okay.
Okay? They don't. They're too busy to respond to people. They're not going to respond to you. So just forget it. I don't even know why you care. You can use your defense as you always do. Just use your defense. But you're not going to get them to respond to you. So if you're calling to help us help you, we can't. You want us to help you get a response, we can't. It's just unrealistic.
Okay.
That's the truth, okay? So here's what I suggest you do. You keep your information, time, date, this response you made, the number of your vehicle, and you keep responding the same way. No one's going to come and get you. Just so you know, they're not official, okay? They're not. They're accusations. That's what they are. They're civil penalties, accusations. They have to make a case in court. It's not automatic ever. Okay? So worst case scenario, if you got served to go to court, you bring your information with you. That's it.
With the photo red light tickets.
It's like one, yes, that's right. That's what it is.
Well, except they can make it to you can't register that car again.
But
hold on. They do that sometimes, and if they do, what you do is simply bring your information and dispute it there. But, Mark, I've never heard of them for, maybe...
God, we've had callers from C470 numerous times that can't register their vehicle.
Yeah, we have in the past, that's right. I just haven't heard of anything recently, but I guess they could, you know? I mean, you know, anything's possible. Here's the thing. If I were you, I wouldn't worry so much about it right now. Really, they probably did. They probably did take your email. Did you send email or regular mail?
Email to the email they told me to send it to.
Okay, good. That's
it.
That's what I would do. I would just not worry.
The only response I had from them is a phone call. Tom, thank you so much.
Hey, man, thanks for the work you do.
Hey, I'm right here right now. Colorado Department of Revenue. I mean, it took me 5 seconds to Google it, and you simply put in the citation number, your birth date, your driver's license. It'll go on there and verify what you owe and what you don't owe.
Well, this is different, though. So, okay, thank you so much.
Well, I don't know why it's different.
Wait, what's different about it? What are you talking about?
What's different about it?
This is the Lexus lane, the company that bills for the Lexus lanes, and it's a different company. I can't remember. It's like
Mark, that's why I didn't think. That's why I didn't think.
What highway were you on?
was C470.
Okay.
Another time was I-70, and another time was I-25
Yeah, it's all the same,
northbound.
man. It's okay.
Okay. Listen.
I'll try to get better information.
Do you know that there have been students suspended from Ivy League schools for not using proper pronouns in the past? Considered harassment? But wait a minute. It's okay to talk about genocide. Just something to ponder this holiday season. 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
Just west of town and into the high country, I-70 east and westbound, we're seeing slower speeds as drivers navigate some pretty thick fog through the Mount Vernon area. Go ahead and use those high beams and drive safe, drive slowly. Into the Denver Metro, it's another quiet drive for the midday, I-25.
Did our traffic guy just say Mountain Vernon?
Yeah.
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 Through the Mountain Vernon area.
Other cloudy skies with a high of 40 degrees before the day's end. Overnight low of 25. Tomorrow high 41 with scattered snow showers. Things warming up after Wednesday. Thursday high 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
If you have a fire, a flood, a broken pipe, you discover asbestos or mold, unattended death, any kind of property catastrophe, you need the right kind of people to fix that. First, you need to stop the danger, the germs, the pathogens. Then you need to start to remove and rebuild. American Restoration 24/7. Keep that name in mind. Write down the number so you have it handy. Don't ever shop under pressure for this service. Don't ever just do a random search, because most catastrophe companies don't know what the hell they're doing. American Restoration has the EPA certifications, knowledge, and know how to do it right. 8337 AM REST. It stands for American Restoration. 8337 AM REST, or online, amrest247.com.
Yay. How about that Harvard president, Gregory Hines, keeping his job, her job?
Gregory Hines? Harvard?
Doesn't she
Wasn't
look...
her name gay?
Yeah, but he wasn't, and doesn't she look exactly like him before he died?
I wonder if she's related to Marvin Gaye.
Different spelling. She appears to check a lot of boxes, not just in her free time.
She checks out a lot of boxes, did you say?
No, that was Doc's old profession.
Hey, Kachina's curiously quiet. Is she raging?
That's
on
because
something?
she's blissfully absent.
How are the YouTube morons doing? Haven't checked in with them in a while.
Making fun of you.
They are.
Well, unlike Biden, Tom today has not said, when Hamas attacked Israel 65 years ago. 65 years, not days. All right. Okay, no, she's back. Don't say it.
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said it's good to have you back. No need to say it.
Shannon, you're such a dick.
It's weird, huh? Yeah. But at least I don't have any friends and family to weigh me down. It's been nice.
No, you don't have to go to frickin' bullcrap California like I do.
Saves me a lot of money around the holidays.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have no idea. I hate it. The only fun thing, and I did tell Jazzy this the other day, the only good thing about California is that the seafood there is so dirt cheap compared to here.
All right.
Like, you can go into just your run-of-the-mill grocery store and buy halibut for like $6.99 a pound, whereas it's $28.99 a pound here.
Oh.
You know, so there's that. So I'll get some good seafood, but everything else, no thanks. I can do without the poop on the
I was going to say stepping in poop, yeah.
and the homeless
Everything.
people just congregating in different. Ugh.
People wearing masks alone in their car.
Why would you send your daughter off to that hellhole for college?
Oh my God! Listen, if she wouldn't have gotten a scholarship for golf and her academic stuff,
Where's she going?
University of Laverne.
Ah.
It kind of skews Christian, which is strange if you've ever met me. So, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Better than the son who's in, like, you know, University of Drama Death.
Pierced labia U.
Well, yeah. I mean, ASU? Yeah.
What do they call it in Ted 2, that movie? They call it
Oh, the
human papilloma,
what do they call it? Delicious
HPVU.
Adventure?
Oh,
Excellent
here we go.
Adventure.
Hi, Tom Martino. Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so we had a complaint on the HOV lane, and apparently the HOV lanes, they're a private contractor doing the billing on this. So the guy did have a point there, but he still doesn't have to, he doesn't really have to get a response from them. He just needs to keep his information and dispute it if they try to come after him again. I don't know what else you can do. You know, we waste a lot of time trying to fight things that we'll never accomplish. Never. Now, let's talk about scams. Do you know what the number one scam this year was, and this holiday season? It's doubled or tripled. Do you know what the number one scam is? Guess. Go on, Mark. What's the number one scam? Of all scams, what's the number one? What do you think? It's really a weird one. We haven't talked about. I'll give you a hint. We haven't talked about it a lot on this show, but it does come up, and it's happened to me. I haven't fallen for it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Biden's presidency.
Okay. You know what? That might take the cake. Right here. It's a phishing scam, but you know which one? Phishing in general, P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, phishing for information, is probably the overall biggest scam, because phishing in and of itself encompasses dozens and dozens of scams, like taking over your computer or freezing your computer. You call, they say they're from Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. But this phishing scam has been not only the most successful, but the most ubiquitous. And here's what it is. You get a notice on your phone saying they can't deliver this package, or that your package was misdelivered and they're getting it back to you. And what they want is information. They want your, what address do you want to send to, your name. They want, sometimes people are stupid enough to put in their date of birth and a credit card. Now, Mark, have you ever gotten one of those notices that your package has been delayed, or
oh yeah,
they can't deliver
all the time?
Yeah.
By text and by email.
Right. Now, the other one is gift cards. People are going into stores, getting gift cards, scraping off the thing, scanning it, going online, getting ready to siphon the money as soon as someone activates it. They paint it back over again. Now, you would think these stores would be smarter, right, and start protecting these gift cards. In fact, they should have them behind the counter or something where people have to buy them like that. Wouldn't that be an easy way to do it? So gift card scams, number 2. Charity scams, number 3. By the way, I'm quoting a website, and it's or actually Street Smart Safety. It's actually, I don't know if it's a website, it's also a book. But anyway, okay, so gift card scams, then charity scams. Well, charity scams have been around forever. You know, like, hey, what? You know, what do you not know? I mean, you get a charity, you check them out. There are ways to do that legitimately. You can figure out if a charity's real, but for some reason, these fake charities keep collecting money. Philip, you called in earlier. This issue with the lease has been ridiculous. You've been going through so much.
Yes. So last night
was this the one with you, and you could not get your partner or husband on the lease? Is that the one?
Exactly. So, which he does not have access to park, the facility, or anything. So, I blew them up on every social media site last night. They sent me an email saying that was unacceptable what I did. And
did
now
you say, hold on, unacceptable because you gave them bad reviews?
Exactly.
Okay, so you signed an apartment lease. You said your husband is undocumented, so they wouldn't put him on the lease, but then they let him live there, but he still can't get a parking pass. Is that right?
Exactly. So this morning they said that they will add him and give him access, but what I did was unacceptable. The apartment manager won't call me back. She says she will not speak with me, but it could be.
Well, how are they going to give him access then?
So they said that they did just approve him after 2 months of us reapplying, and I have to sign a new lease. So this will be my 4th lease with them in 2 months.
Why are they giving you such a hard time, do you think?
Well, because he wants them added to the lease now. Why wouldn't there be a new lease?
They don't.
If you want them added to the lease, how would they do it without adding them?
He wants access to the parking and the gate.
Right, so he can't get into the building at night, or I can't get in because I have to give him my access because he works late.
Yeah, but now they're going to add him to the lease and give him access, right?
They say that. I've heard this before. So we did this in October, and they said he was approved, and then they revoked it. So my contact with the apartment manager now is, since I went online, I posted negative reviews everywhere.
Right.
They said my actions were not called for. I should not have done that. It was unacceptable. And I asked the apartment manager to call me, and she won't. She goes, "I'm not going to call you." So they won't even speak to me.
But why do you
anymore.
want her to call you?
I want to go over the issue because now they also sent me a check for my last month's rent, and they said they stopped payment on it, and it was a mistake.
Hold on. Are they going to evict you?
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of that.
What month did they send back? Just this December's rent?
Yes.
And they say we're not accepting it, or what? What did they say? This is important.
So what they said is they sent me the check by mistake. As soon as I get it, they want me to return it to the office. But I haven't received the check.
That is so weird. That is weird.
It's been a cluster ever since
Now, hold on. I want to ask something. Kachina, do we have Dollar or Doc on this? I have both of them written down
We had
here.
Doc. No, we had Doc on this.
And can Doc give us an update on this? Did he talk to them?
Doc lives there.
That's right.
So the one time Doc went out there, he talked to him, and the apartment manager sent me a nasty email saying that She doesn't understand why they're out there.
Why is a
That
creepy
Doc
old
said
man
it could-
coming to see me? Did she say something like that?
No, but Doc thought maybe it was because we were a same-sex couple, and she went on this.
Philip, do you think that you don't think that has anything to do with it? Do you?
No. God, I hope not.
What
But
about
no, I don't think
undocumented?
so.
Could they be afraid because they could get into trouble? Maybe they think.
But he's been documented since the beginning of October. He's got driver's license, jobs, social
Okay,
security
good.
number.
So he's no longer
work
undocumented. By the way, when you mentioned originally he was undocumented, what did you mean by that?
So he was in the process of going through immigration. So all he had was a passport.
Okay, so he is in the country legally right now.
Oh yes, 100%.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a great job. He's got a great income. I mean, there's no issues with him at all. I think they're just being vengeful because a couple times, I kind of blew up. I said, this is taking too long and this is unacceptable. So I think they're trying to be kind of spiteful because this should not take 2 months.
Yeah, it probably is. They're probably giving you a hard time. So why don't you
Exactly,
just
and
go
I-
through the motions and get it done?
I have. He's applied 3 times.
Yeah, but you said right now they did say they'll take care of it.
Right, but I'm just concerned they've said it before too.
Well, we'll have Doc visit him again. No, I'm serious. I don't know what else we can do, obviously. You may want to get, seriously, you may want to get an attorney involved here because just maybe they are doing something against the law, discriminatory. Or if nothing else, if they think you're going after him for that, they'll like correct the situation. Maybe that's what you need to do. I don't know.
And I also want to put it out there that if anyone's thinking about going out there, don't.
Well, I thought most of the people own those places. I didn't know.
Doc loves his place out there.
I didn't know there were a lot of rentals there.
Yeah, they are the second largest rental complex in the United States.
What?
Now, Impact Traffic.
That was fun.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Just west of town and into the high country, I-70 east and westbound, we're seeing slower speeds as drivers navigate some pretty thick fog through the Mount Vernon area. Go ahead and use those high beams and drive safe, drive slowly. Into the Denver Metro, it's another quiet drive for the midday, I-25 north and southbound. No complaints through town on the south end, I-225 north and southbound, easy driving through Aurora and the Denver Tech Center. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies with a high of 40 degrees before the day's end, overnight low of 25. Tomorrow, high 41 with scattered snow showers. Things warming up after Wednesday, Thursday, high 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Integra Insurance is there for you to select health insurance, and you only have 3 days left. If you want a January 1st start date, you need to call them. Here's the deal. If you don't get it now, you could be left out, and you need health insurance, and the health insurance you can get is through the exchange for tax credits if you qualify, or off the exchange, or if you're on Medicare, you can get a supplement or advantage, and they can take care of it all. And this is the only client I say everyone needs them, because they make health insurance simple and smart, and they do it directly with you, and you don't pay any extra going through them. So do it. 303-466-5500. Call them. 303-466-5500. That's IntegraInsurance.com. Renew Home Innovations will get you the most beautiful bathroom, the shower, all in at $79.99. That's a special they have this year. They can do more or less. They can do ones that are just spectacular walls that have no grout lines to worry about, but they look exactly like natural stone. They can do grab bars, soap dishes, make a big rectangle, beautiful shower that you walk in without a threshold to step up over like those old ugly tubs. That's renewhomeinnovations.com, 303-904-2000. Get this, 72 months to pay, 303-904-2000. And Frank Duran, the real estate man, if you need someone to give you honest answers to your real estate questions, you call him free of charge, no obligation, no high pressure. If you want to know what your house will sell for, he'll do a market analysis free of charge. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. Gotcha. Okay, and you said your name was Chuck? Chuck. Okay. Hang on for me, and Tom will be with you momentarily, okay? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm not really sure what he's wearing on his head. It looks like a hoodie. What do you think?
I didn't look that close. Are you still using the charger, or are you saying you needed it, right? You're good.
Yeah, I'm going to give it back to you.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out... Adam locks his in the gun safe.
That's trust.
So we have like 14 different chargers, but they're all locked in the gun safe, and I don't know the combination to the gun safe. I mean, go wherever you want with that.
There's got to be a lot more going on there, yeah.
Pretty sure it's his birthday. I could probably break into it if I really wanted to, but if you can part with it for another couple days.
Doing good.
So what? Do you think it's a hoodie?
I'm not looking at it.
Okay, come here.
No.
You can look over my shoulder.
No.
Okay then.
After your inappropriate text earlier, I don't want to be too close.
So true.
Is Tom wearing a hoodie or a
I don't know.
It could be a Ramones wig. Are you Joey Ramone?
What?
Stand by.
What are you wearing?
Orchard.com. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. I don't know why people are obsessed with my headgear today. I just thought, you know what? I'm feeling a little gangsta, so what the hell? And it's kind of cold. I don't have the heat up really high, so I'm just having fun. 303-713-8255. Josh, minimum distributions. Somebody asked me, okay, what accounts are considered for minimum distribution, and how do you calculate that, and can you take it from one account or all accounts? It's very complicated. So just for people listening, if you have money in a tax-free account a tax-deferred account and you turn to be 72, you got to start taking money out if you haven't before this. We're going to go over that coming up with Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, rpcenter.com. We also have Chuck on the line who wants to talk about Rocky Flats and what goes on there as far as his issue. We don't know. We'll talk to him and more coming up.
A dental implant.
We're good.
Most advanced technology to replace missing teeth. It's critical that you work with the dentists who have the most experience and advanced training with implants, and that's the team at Aspenwood Dental and the Colorado Dental Implant Center. Indeed, the Aspenwood Dental dentists are often asked to present at conferences to help other dentists do better. If you're missing one or more teeth and it's keeping you from smiling in pictures or eating what you want or going out on a date, get in touch with Aspenwood Dental. I'll give you the phone number in a moment, so get a pen and set up an absolutely free consultation, and they'll explain everything about the implant process to you so you can make an informed decision. I've told you that my wife actually got an implant at Aspenwood, and she couldn't have been happier with her care. Get started today at aspenwooddental.com. That's aspenwooddental.com, or give them a call, 303-751-3321, 303-751-3321, and please tell them Ross said hi.
Oh, there are.
Go get some.
No, I don't
Try
work
to be
here.
nice.
I don't work here.
Is there more
But
food?
there's no Kathy Walker, so you're good. Go for it.
Yeah, she was here late.
There is more food.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I was out there in the...
No, they just got here, it looked like.
I know, I was out there earlier, so I've kind of broken the ice.
Oh, see, now you have to. Sandwiches, wraps, cookies, chips.
I am not allowed to partake.
I'll have a
How
couple.
dare you even use the fridge to put your food in? What the hell?
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. Is it Friday yet?
I wish.
Think how expensive those freaking tires would be.
So you missed earlier. So I outbounded Jeremy. Cool guy. Talked to him for a few minutes. He basically went into Discount Tire Center, I think.
Okay.
One of the Discount Tire Center stores.
Okay.
Dropped Martino's name.
Uh-huh.
And said he was going to call unless they didn't fix his tire. They replaced his tire for free.
Okay.
Because they were so freaked out about Martino.
Oh. The power of the Martino.
Right?
Man, I can't help it. Every time I hear Ross walk out of a commercial, they tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
I think of Blazing Saddles. Tell him I said, ow. Gotcha. Remember when he gets hit in the head with the shovel? Slim Pickens.
Oh my God! Yes. Yep.
Haggard. Something. Whatever the other guy's name is. He's saying,
I think you're getting confused
with
with Beverly Hills Cop.
We're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Oh,
clang! Ow!
Got it.
I said, ow. Got it.
Did I tell you that we forced Trevor and Haley to watch that? Like right before they left for college.
Okay.
Well, so this would have been 2 years ago. They were horrified at that movie. But this is what they're teaching kids. So we're like laughing our asses off, and they're like, "What? You can't say that!" It was crazy.
The black guy got the job.
Right.
Everybody loved him.
Yes.
He ended up with a Gucci saddle and getting high-fived by Count Basie in the desert. He got the job.
Now, impact traffic.
God, it's so uplifting. And they both leave in the limo at the end. It's so surreal.
But the funniest part is Trevor and Haley were like, "You can't watch this, Mom. This is not right." And Adam and I were like, laugh a little.
Burning down Portland, right? But we had to see that too.
Okay. Did we all of a sudden move to Seattle?
Nah.
You have to check out the new line of flooring that SimplyFloorsInc.com has. It's called Proximity Mills. Whether you're looking for luxury vinyl planks, hardwood, carpet, tile, they have it all, including scratch resistant, waterproof. You need to go to SimplyFloorsInc.com. They have a showroom up north. They have a showroom south that's brand new. They have in-home shopping. They have color experts to help you choose product. Impeccable service, great pricing. SimplyFloorsInc.com. That's SimplyFloorsInc.com.
10 seconds here, guys.
Cyber attacking critical U.S. infrastructure. What do you need to do to protect you and your family from cyber attacks on the national infrastructure and perhaps on your own accounts? Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Let's do it. Let's solve some problems, answer questions, take complaints. Let's do what it takes to make your life a little easier, especially as we're coming up to the end of the year. There are a lot of scams out there, and we want you to beware of them. We'll talk about that. We also have Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies in the house for us, so stay tuned for that. And we're going to talk about minimum required distributions. We also have Chuck who wants to talk about Rocky Flats. Rocky Flats. My God, I haven't heard about Rocky Flats for many, many years. And that, of course, was an old site, contaminated site from the Rocky Flats plant, radioactive contamination from what they say, leaking barrels and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it was a massive cleanup site. Go ahead. What's going on with you, Chuck? What's happening?
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to help me out, but I worked out at Rocky Flats for over 20 years, and I retired from there.
Isn't that completely redeveloped now or not?
What do you mean by redeveloped?
Well, what I mean is, is it completely cleaned?
No. They turned it into a national refuge, and
yeah,
they've left. but they didn't clean up everything, but they left it as a, I don't know what you want to call it.
It's open space. But don't they say that the radiation levels are gone or down?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to somebody else about that. I'm not totally familiar with that aspect of it.
Okay, go ahead.
But in any case, in my case, so I retired there when I was 60, and then when I fully retired at 67, I was getting what they promised employees and their spouses was a stipend that would assist in paying for health insurance.
Now, by the way, did you work for the plant that originally contaminated everything, or did you work on the cleanup?
Both.
Okay.
So I was out there 20 years, and probably for 12 or 15, I was out there working as part of building the stuff that they were manufacturing out there. And then I also
worked a few years. You worked like 5 years on the cleanup?
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, in any event, they promised the employees and their spouses that they would support them in paying for health insurance.
Well, how was this promised to you, bro? How was it promised?
Well, for the union employees, it was part of the closure plan.
Was it actually in writing?
I'm assuming it was, because all of the union people that I know, and I was in a union out there at one time,
sure,
get a stipend.
And you say a stipend. Let me get this straight, Chuck. They said after you leave here, we will give you a monthly payment toward your health insurance?
No, they said we will give you $2,400 a year toward your health insurance.
And that was everyone under that. Now, did you get other people that remember this?
Oh, I know other people that are getting it.
Oh, they're actually, okay, fine. So it's not like the Mandela effect. We're actually talking about people who are getting this payment.
Yes, and I actually think people that retired as union members are actually getting a little bit more. People that retired as salaried employees.
Okay, so this is a real deal. You know people getting it. And so go on with your story.
So, and I still get it now. I get an HSA. I get an HSA that says $2,400, that has $2,400.
I get it. Okay. Okay, so what's the issue then?
And as part of that, they said they would also give the same stipend to the spouses of employees. And I know lots of people whose spouses are also getting that $2,400. So in my particular case, I retired before my wife did. And when I signed up for this, and there's a company that handles that for the Rocky Flats people, because the company is no longer there. So when I signed up for it, they asked me if my wife wanted to sign up for it. I said yes. I said she presently works for a private company. They said, well, she's not eligible. She's not eligible until she retires. I said, okay. They did that and the next year they did the same thing. Finally, after 2 years, this year, I think it was last year, she went to sign up for it, and they said, she's not eligible for it.
Why?
We decided we don't. Not because of money, and the government is paying for this, but because the company that's handling it doesn't want to deal with the paperwork.
Well, hold on. Who told you that?
I was told that by someone who is pretty privy to that information.
Okay, but Chuck, on her official turn down, they wrote a letter saying we don't want to mess with the paperwork?
No. And this is why I'm calling you. So what happens is I have contacted them now 2 or 3 times.
When did she retire?
And she retired a year ago, October.
She retired in October of 2022.
Yes.
Okay. So she applied and was turned down. Was she turned down?
She wasn't turned down. In the last 2 years.
Wait a minute, Chuck. I'm sorry. I need to do this. Chuck, I need to do this in a structured way. I know people say, please let them talk for 6 hours, but I'm not going to. I need to know this. When she retired, October 2022, what form did she take for application? What actual process did you go through?
She contacted the company or the group that handles this action to get
what group?
Her
what group?
Stipend. I believe it's managed by United Healthcare.
Okay. And what happened?
And
keep going. Did she fill out an application?
Filled out the application, went online. At least twice or three times, she hasn't been denied. They keep losing her paperwork. They can't find the information she sent them. This is why I'm calling you.
Okay. So when was the last time she filled out an application?
About a month ago.
Okay. Now, when they lose it, do they call her or does she call them and find out they don't have any record?
She called them. In fact, I called them about a week ago.
And what did they say?
To find out. They said there's no information in her file. We haven't found. We can't find the paperwork that she's sent us.
You're getting jerked around, right?
Exactly.
Do you know anyone, Chuck, whose wife retired after them that did get the benefit?
I know lots of people whose wives are getting the benefit.
No, that's not what I asked. Do you know people whose wife retired after they did and are getting the benefit?
After my wife did?
Yes, or after the worker did.
Yes, I do know people whose wives have retired after the worker did, who are getting the benefit. But they didn't retire in the last... I don't know anybody who's retired around the same time as my wife who is getting the benefit.
Do you know anyone who retired right around the time of your wife who is not getting the benefit?
No, I don't. I haven't spoken.
In other words, do you know anyone else being jerked around?
Off the top of my head, no, I do not.
We need to try to find them. Now, do you guys, as employees, former employees or retirees, have any kind of Facebook group or social media that you keep in touch with each other?
There is a group called Friends of Rocky Flats or the Rocky Flats.
And where is that group?
It's on Facebook.
Are you a member of it?
I am.
Have you ever talked about this on there?
I did mention it on there. In fact, I did post a notice, again, because I had heard from someone that was privy to information.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about the rumors. I doubt anyone in the world would say, we don't want to give out that benefit because we don't want to process the paperwork. I don't want to hear that. You know why? Because
let me
go ahead.
Can I rephrase that? So I spoke to someone who is well known, and I said to them specifically, is this a question of money? Is the government not interested in supporting spouses of retirees because it's too expensive? They said no, the company just doesn't want to deal with additional people in the program. That's how it was explained to me.
Okay. Well, it's inaccurate because while there are a lot of lazy asses in this world, I mean, rumors like that just do no good, because what we need to do is simply put a post on that Facebook page and see if we get a reaction. Okay? That's what we need to, honest to God, that's what we need to do.
I will do that.
No, now, but I want you to put it in a very specific way, because I have a feeling it might be lost. It might be too verbose. I want to make it very simple. Okay? I'm going to write it for you. Okay? Tom Martino is doing an investigation, okay, into spousal, what would we call that? Spousal benefits?
Yes.
Spousal benefits for that $2,400 a year payment, right?
Yep.
Would people know what we're talking about when we say that?
Yes, I'm sure they will.
Tom Martino is doing an investigation into spousal payments for that $2,400 a year assistance toward health insurance. Everyone will know that, right?
I'm sure they will.
Okay. He is getting reports that United Healthcare, and you can correct that if it's not United Healthcare, is delaying or refusing to process benefits. Okay? So, have any spouses retired in the last, let's say, how many years? 5?
2 years.
Let's say.
Oh, 5. Okay, yeah, 5.
In the last 5 years, having this problem. Okay, now, I'm going to send this to you. Okay? Give Kelly your cell. I'm going to text it to you. I want you to copy and paste that, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Then I want you to stay in touch with me. I'm marking this me right here, so I know I'm the one handling it. And I want you to get back to me. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Get me his cell phone number, Kelly, and I will text him. I will copy and paste this so he can send that message to Facebook exactly the way I did it. Coming up, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, minimum distributions on retirement plans. Plus, we also want to talk about long-term care. Does it matter if you have pre-existing conditions on the long-term care riders on some of their annuities? Plus, whatever problems, questions, and complaints you have, please give us a call, 303-713-TALK.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together.
All right, 10 seconds here, Tom.
For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Offices in Greenwood Village, Boulder, and Colorado Springs. 303-221-DADS. CordellCordell.com.
Integra Insurance Group is a sponsor you need to call today. You only have a few days left for open enrollment. If you want a January 1st start date, don't leave a gap in your coverage. Now is the time, the only time you can buy health insurance unless you have a life-changing event. So please call them. They go through the myriad of plans to help you find the best one. Whether it's on or off the exchange, whether you get credits or not, they can help you maximize those. If you want Medicare and a supplement or Medicare Advantage, call them 303-466-5500. All health insurance needs made simple and smart, and you never pay an extra dime going through Integra. 303-466-5500. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney, and I truly hope you don't need him, but this is the time of year a lot of people have personal injuries, from drunk drivers, bad weather, whatever. Call John, and you will notice the difference. First and foremost, you're going to talk to John. That alone is remarkable because he will talk to each and every client before intake. Not a counselor, not a committee, not a call center. You'll talk to John Fuller. That's right. 303-597-4500. Check it out. 597-4500. If you guys decide it's a good fit and you want to hire him, he works on a percentage fee basis, and he will give you his personal cell phone number. You can call or text at any time. myaccidentlawyer.co. myaccidentlawyer.co.
800-362-8370 or drhi.com. Happy holidays. I'm here with Sean O'Keefe and Dan Blair, Chief Wealth Advisors at Summit.
Can you get me his text, his number?
Yep, I can do that right now.
Taxes can be a big hurdle for someone who wants to sell a highly appreciated asset like a small business or real estate. Strategy can be a real game changer for dealing with the capital gains.
Yay!
Yes.
So I didn't think about it. I just did it.
Yes. That helps.
All the taxes on the capital gains, so we can keep what you would have paid to Uncle Sam working for you. It works really well for small business owners and allows them to continue to build their wealth. For these entrepreneurs, their exit strategy is often the biggest financial decision they will ever make, and many owners are reluctant to explore their selling options due to the fear of taxes eating up a large portion of their life's work. But with this tax strategy, we can position the proceeds of the sale so that your money continues to work as hard for you as you did for it.
And for real estate sales, it's important to know this is not a 1031 exchange. So whether you want to use this tax strategy for the sale of a business, a piece of real estate, or any other highly appreciated asset, you're still using pre-tax dollars. This can be a real game changer that opens up other financial opportunities, such as building retirement income, estate planning, and maintaining your family's wealth. So give us a call today and ask us about this powerful tax strategy and allow us to get to work for you.
Before you sell, call Summit Wealth Strategies. If you have $500,000 or more of capital gains exposure, call 720-806-6885 or visit their website to learn more at GoSummitWealth.com.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yields. Now that's the happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Fund insured up to $250,000 by NCUA.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay, no problem. Thanks for calling. All right. Bye.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Ding!
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts? Just $25 and under, like matching family pieces, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
10 seconds!
AgentWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino.
So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one
Hold
made
on.
me.
What the heck
So the
just
New York
started
Post
there?
spoke
Okay,
with-
never mind. That's weird. Anyway, 303. I got some errant sound going through my computer. Anyway, welcome to the show. Let's go to the phones and see what we can do for you. That was weird. I didn't even know where the sound was coming from. Chuck said he worked at Rocky Flats. Chuck, I'm getting your number so I can send that. I didn't get it yet, but as soon as I do, there it is. So I'll send that to you, and then we will see if that works. Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this. I think a lot of people are having problems, and when they have problems, they don't. Here's the problem with problems. If you don't know other people are having them, you don't know what to do about them. And therefore, you don't know if you're the only one. And one thing people like you thinking is that you're the only one having this problem. They want you to believe that. Okay, I just texted that to you. So you go ahead and use that, please, and see what it does for you on the Facebook page to see if we get a response. Josh with Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Okay, people have tax-deferred accounts in what's called qualified accounts. That means it's qualified for tax savings because it's for retirement. But the government doesn't want you never paying tax on that, ever. They want you to defer that tax. But eventually, when you take it out, you will pay tax on it as income. Presumably, you take it out when you're older and pay less tax than you would when you're younger. If you take it before 59 and a half, in most cases, there is a penalty in addition to the tax. So what the government wants people to do is to be self-sufficient, to rely less on Social Security, so they encourage you to save money to at least 59 and a half or longer, and they encourage you because of the tax-deferred savings and returns. But here's the thing. A lot of people, if they don't need the money, they don't withdraw it at 59 and a half. They let it stay there and grow and grow and grow and grow. But the government says, well, you can't do that indefinitely. You're going to have to pay tax on it sometimes. So they put down rules on withdrawals called minimum required distribution. So, Josh, how do they figure the minimum required distribution? First of all, what accounts are considered in that? What does it have to be considered? Because you need to take a percentage of your retirement accounts. But what is considered a retirement account?
Absolutely, Tom. So you have your traditional IRAs, you have 401ks, you have SEP IRAs, which are for like the self-employed, those kinds of things. Those are all subject to the required minimum distribution rules. The only account that is exempt is the Roth IRA, which is technically a retirement account, but you've already paid taxes on those funds.
Now, what about if you have an annuity?
So it depends on the tax qualification of the annuity. If it's within an IRA, yes, you still have to take required minimum distributions.
But if it's an independent, just an individual annuity, do you have to?
If it's after tax, you do not.
Okay. No, what I mean is, okay, I see what you're saying, because most annuities, you put money in after you pay tax on it. But even on the earnings, the accumulation, you do not have to pay a minimum distribution.
Correct. You will pay taxes on those distributions. That'll be at ordinary income tax rates. That's only on the growth. They tax annuities as what's called LIFO, last in, first out, meaning the interest that you accrue over the time that you own the annuity is going to be the first that will come out, and the IRS will tax that at ordinary income tax rates.
And the last to come out is the money you already paid tax on.
Correct.
But when it comes that's when it comes to a regular annuity. But if the annuity is purchased with retirement funds, then it is added into that required minimum distribution.
That's correct. Absolutely. Okay. It would factor in as if you had mutual funds or stocks or whatever annuities, doesn't matter. If it's within that retirement account, it will factor towards that.
So let's say someone has $100,000 in their 401k. And let's say they have another $50,000 in an IRA. And then they have miscellaneous retirement plan. Maybe they have a something else. I mean, let's say they have a $200,000 nest egg that's growing. Okay, so when it comes time, when they're 72, how do they figure what they need to take? Do you add all the accounts together like I just did?
Absolutely, Tom. Now, there's going to be some rules along with that, but for simplicity's sake, I'm going to share just your example where it's lumped together. The first required minimum distribution, whether, for most folks, it's actually going to be age 73 now, but we'll set that aside. The first distribution is going to be equal to about 3.65%.
Does that change every year?
Accounts.
Does that change every year?
That does. Yep, it'll increase every single year. The next year will be somewhere in the ballpark of 3.77, so on and so forth. So, so in your example of $200,000, they're going to have to pull out about $7,300 for that year.
And when they pull it out, they pay tax as ordinary income.
That's correct.
And they're required to take that. So that is not
you
want to take it. Okay. So they do that.
And we should touch...
Go ahead.
We should touch on something too, Tom. You said they have to. What happens if they don't pull it?
Yeah,
does happen? IRS has a penalty. And so the amount that you should have taken out but didn't, the IRS has instituted a 25% penalty, which is down from 50% before the Secure Act 2.0 came out a couple of years ago. So they're so generous with that, decrease in penalty.
So wait a minute. So if you don't take out that $7,000 because you were supposed to, you are taxed 25% of that?
Correct. Yeah, that's your penalty, which is about $1,800. So it's paramount that you do not miss your required minimum distributions.
So what they're trying to do is make sure you don't accumulate too much money without paying taxes.
Correct, because in their mind, they were already generous enough to let you defer those taxes for, 40-plus years. So now they want to get theirs. That's their way of recouping that essentially loan that they gave you. Correct.
On the taxes.
Correct.
All right. That's great information. And the only accounts that don't count are after-tax accounts that you...
And Roth IRAs.
And Roth IRAs. Because you pay, let's just say any account where you've already paid taxes.
Correct.
But as far as annuities, they can't make you take, if it's a regular annuity, they can't make you take any money out of that at any age.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, obviously, if you want to take a guaranteed income, you can, but you don't have to. You can let it accrue, right?
Absolutely, and a lot of folks do that for that very reason. That deferral ends up being a huge advantage from a tax standpoint for a lot of folks.
Okay, and that's Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Now, Phil, what's going on with you, Phil?
I was just going to ask you if you know anybody that can do cataract surgery before Christmas.
You mean just a regular cataract surgery?
Yeah, I've worn glasses ever since I was 6 years old. I'm 77 years old now. And the last 10 days, my eyes gotten worse.
Okay, hold on a second.
Now
I'll come
I can't.
Hold on, Phil. I'll come right back to you and address this. Hang on.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Leland Conway at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
I-25 continues to show intended speeds through downtown. That trend continues up north for our commuters to the Fort Collins area and down south to Colorado Springs as well. Back to town and west of downtown, Federal Boulevard, a crash at 17th affecting both north and southbound traffic. I-70 east and westbound, it's easy driving from the foothills to DIA and back again. South of DIA, I-225 north and southbound, no complaints through Aurora and DTC. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies, high 40 degrees, overnight low of 25. Those clouds are rolling in will be bringing scattered snow showers tomorrow with a high of 41. Things warming up on Thursday with a high of 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Boost Infinite.
All right, Tom, you're coming up next 10 seconds.
One and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
Harris Family Law can answer all of your questions about family law. In fact, you don't even have to call them. If you want to go to their website and look at their webinars, past and the ones coming up in the future, go to harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars. That's harrisfamilylaw.com/webinars. And if you ever need to talk to them, 303-515-5000. That's 515-5000. 888heating.com for your high-efficiency heating and air. In fact, they have special deals going on now. Not only do you save on the installation, but you save each and every month because of the efficiency. 303-770-2776. How much time do I have?
4.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Sydney. My name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show, and I'm returning your call. We got a voicemail regarding an issue that you're having with your townhouse, and we would love to be able to help you with that. If you want to give me a call back at 303 Martino, which is 303-627-8466. Again, that number is 303-627-8466. Thanks again for your call, and we'd love to help. Bye.
Get back to doing what you love, and don't forget, call QC Kinetic for a free consultation. 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986. QC Kinetic. 303-900-8986.
Buy and Build is turning 20. Hi, this is Courtney Pierce with Buy and Build Kitchen and Bath, and we are celebrating our 20th year, saving Denver thousands on their remodeling projects. That's right, we can save you literally thousands of dollars on your new kitchen or bathroom project. Not only do we have the best prices in the country, but we have...
Hi, Joan. This is Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show, and I'm calling regarding the issue that you're having with A1 lawn maintenance. Very apologies to you for having to deal with this. Anyway, if you'd like to call back and get some of our help, you can do so at 303 Martino, which is 303-627-8466. Again, that number is 303-627-8466. Thanks so much for calling, and happy holidays.
Get in touch with Integrity Health Advisors right now for the best guidance at no cost to you to avoid these outcomes. IntegrityHealthAdvisors.com. Do more together this holiday. Take on more adventure in the stronger, capable Chevy Silverado. More confidence in the Chevy Trax. Winner of the J.D. Power Award for initial quality and compact SUVs 2 years running. And more value in the all-new Chevy Trax with an available 11-inch diagonal touchscreen.
Sit. 10 seconds.
.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right. Phil wants cataracts. The only people I know that can do cataracts quickly, well, relatively quickly, and I don't know if they can do it this quickly, but we might want to give them a call, but it's Icon Eye Care. They do probably the most cataract surgeries as anyone. Have you heard of Icon, Phil?
Do you have a phone number, Tom?
They got a ton of different locations across the whole Front Range.
Right, a ton. Like Denver, Lone Tree, Golden, Westminster, Aurora, Parker. And their number...
go ahead, Tom.
720.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
I'm
Kachina,
trying to
would you
write
give him the
here,
number,
too.
please? Kachina, let me give you that number. I mean, honest to God.
Hey,
just put him on hold. Give him the number.
Tom.
Hold on, Phil. Kachina, please, put him on hold. Give him the number. 720-524-1001. 720-524-1001. Okay. If anyone can get it done, they can get it done. IconEyeCare.com. Will, what's going on with you, Will?
Hello?
Hey, Will, what's happening?
Hi. I was just trying to get some assistance in getting some money from a customer that owes me.
Okay, well,
quite a
tell
bit
me
of money.
what business you're in, Will.
I do security cameras, network stuff.
Okay, and is this the first time you ever had a trouble like this?
With this client, yes.
Well, have you had problems in the past getting paid?
No, normally not. No, normally not.
How much are you owed?
Almost $13,000.
Oh, my God. How did it get to be that high?
Yeah. Because we did a bunch of work for them and bought equipment, and I was guaranteed to get paid for this work.
Was it okay? What is the? Tell me this. I'm very interested. There are ways, usually easy ways to collect, but what I'd like to know is, are they refusing to pay? Are they not acknowledging the work? First of all, let's talk about that.
Yeah, they acknowledged the work. One of our emails got hacked, either mine or theirs. Somebody was impersonating me and said that I was going to switch my payment method from check to EFT, I guess, yeah, electronic fund transfer, yeah. And they just went ahead and wired the money over. I told them that I'd never had any contact with their accounting person or nothing like that.
We have heard this happen to a lot of people. Mark, do you recall this problem? Where people...
Yes.
In fact, someone I know very, very well in the advertising business, has an agency, was owed $70,000. And this is what baffles me. How do they know that you have an account receivable with this company? And they send them a notice, and the company pays it. This company paid $70,000 to the wrong party. And they say, well, we can't help it. We paid it. So that's what I always wonder. Is that an excuse not to pay? Mark, what do you think? If someone told you, and by the way, it wasn't Mark or any of the people that when I was talking about this last problem, but Mark, if someone told you, I'm sorry, Mark, you sent me an email link and I already paid. What would you say, really?
I'd say prove to me you paid.
Yeah, so Will, when you tell them, prove to me you paid, what do they show you?
I'd say, look, it didn't hit my bank account. Can you show me something that proves that you paid me so I can call my bank and figure out the mistake?
Here's another thing that could have happened. This is what happened in the last one, or the last few we've had. Who got hacked? Mark, we had this conversation. If it's the customer that got hacked, it's not your fault if they got conned or scammed. But what if your email got hacked and as a result sent an email to them to wire a payment somewhere else? Would you be responsible if it was your email that got hacked?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So if the company actually did pay somebody else, right?
Right.
Man, that is really a strange one. And
Exactly.
you're right, we did
so,
have
Will, what I'm asking, did your email get hacked?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
That's going to be critical, because if your email got hacked and someone found out you were owed that amount of money and they sent an email from you to them, that gets muddy. Hold on, we got to come back and discuss this. Just hang on. This is terrible what happened. Let's see if we can work around it. I'm Tom Martino.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
A pretty easy drive throughout the Denver Metro for this Tuesday afternoon. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through downtown. West of downtown, Federal Boulevard, we've got a crash at 17th affecting both north and southbound traffic at the intersection. Out west into the high country, I-70 east and westbound, we're back to intended speeds through the Genesee area. We were seeing some heavy fog slowing things down, but it does look like that has at least alleviated a little bit. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies today. High 40 degrees, overnight low of 25. Tomorrow, high 41 with scattered snow showers, warming up a little bit on Thursday with a high of 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees with your Impact Traffic and weather. Mark Swan at 6:30 KHOW.
Halloween is over.
All right, 10 seconds, Tom. You're coming up next.
End-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Made in the Shade for window coverings. That clever name denotes that you'll be on easy street if you use them, and you will, because Made in the Shade does it all for you. One stop, one shop, one place. They come and measure and estimate for free if you decide to go with them. They provide designer services for free to find the right stuff for the right place, the right opening. And then when you get your window coverings, their in-house team will install it. They ensure and guarantee everything: delivery, installation, and of course, all the major manufacturers' warranties in effect as well. Made in the Shade, whether you want high-tech, low-tech, in-between tech, shutters, shades, blinds, whatever it is, curtains, they have it. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566, denvershades.co. Hey, if you have a real estate problem, it's so difficult. You can't call a real estate agent and say, I have a problem. You know, and not all attorneys know what the heck they're doing with real estate. That's why I like Brad O'Brien and his team at O'Brien Legal Services. They do real estate law, real estate issues, real estate review of contracts, real estate review of financing arrangements, partnership agreements, border disputes, adverse possession, easements, whatever it is, eminent domain. If it has to do with real estate, complicated landlord-tenant situations, whatever it is, real estate, O'Brien Legal Services, olslaw.com, 720-370-7388.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No. We tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep. We have one transparent management fee structure, so we do better when our clients do better.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
Because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Yes.
That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you.
Sure. What's your name?
Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
And what kind of year and make is the car? Okay, hang on for me, and he'll be with you as soon as possible, okay? Hold on.
Happy holidays, everyone. Here's a great gift for you. MyPillow is bringing you their biggest baby sale ever just in time for the holidays. Michael Brown here. You can get the Visa Green bed sheets for as low as $29.98. The set of pillowcases is only $9.98. You can get your day with a MyPillow mattress cover as low as $99.99. They have blankets in a variety of sizes, colors, and styles, even for your pets. Get duvets, quilts, down comforters, body pillows, bolster pillows, and so much more, and all with the biggest discounts ever. Want to give a perfect gift this holiday season? Give the gift of better sleep with MyPillow's extended money-back guarantee. They're extending that money-back guarantee until March 1st, making these products the best for anyone. So happy holidays. Just go online to MyPillow.com, use promo code KNOW, or call 800-963-9498. You'll get huge discounts.
Hi, Will. I think we might have gotten cut off. This is Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. Or hang up on me. The hell? Did he piss him off? I didn't hear the call.
Who is that?
Will.
Will?
He hung up.
Who's Will?
The guy with the business.
Oh, I wanted to help him.
I know. I don't understand. He's not answering his phone now.
Oh, geez. Okay. Crazy.
To 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Is rap music a confession or an artistic expression? Listen to the legal anatomy of current events on your favorite platform to make your decision.
If you're frustrated with the way things are going, you're not
10 seconds, guys.
College president said. So much anti-Semitism. They all need to go.
Denver's talk station.
We got to get this country back.
630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, the business guy that was on the line, he's not on there anymore. He had called Will, trouble getting $13,000 from a client. The client claims that Will sent them a payment link, and they paid that. So this is not the first time we've heard of this. And here is a good legal issue. If your email got hacked and you sent out a payment notice to your client, and your client fell for that and went onto a link and made that payment, who would be responsible? Who do you think? It's weird. But what if but if someone found out that was a client of yours and did not hack your email but found out and then sent them an email saying this is so and so and they fell for it, that would be different. I'd love to ask an attorney what they think of it. Do you think what would you do? Could you represent that business owner if that business owner's email was hacked? and that email sent, that email from the business sent a payment link to their client?
I would say that's probably the way it would go in front of a judge.
And I don't know if the client would be held responsible if they paid a bill coming from his email.
That's what I mean. If they can actually show they paid it and someone got that money and the email came from that business, man, I think that's over.
That's a big problem. We're going to talk about that and more. Plus,
I wouldn't pay it, would you?
No. rpcenter.com coming up, too. Hold on. Open enrollment for health insurance.
There's no way I would double pay.
Man, it's terrible.
We did have that. I forget who it was with.
We did. I know somebody it happened to.
Who was it? It's probably the same one I'm thinking.
It happened to Strasner. It was terrible.
Huh.
His email was hacked. So he really, it was, you know, I mean, he was a victim. Plus his people were a victim.
What do you mean his people?
I mean his clients.
Oh. Did any of the clients end up suing?
No, he didn't ask for it. No, he let them slide. In other words, he
didn't. Then how were they a victim?
Well, they would have been, obviously. They were victimized, but he didn't collect on them. He felt so bad. I mean, you know, he didn't. It's, man.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They hacked John's email.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was those clients, well, I don't think he could have went after him and won. Not if they hacked his email.
And we're doing nothing, in my view, to secure the border.
It would be curious what a judge would say.
I know.
You know, as far as the legal opinion, you could argue it either way. I'm sure there is some examples out there, but I don't know what they are. There's some precedent. There has to be. There's too many times that's happened.
Former New York Congressman George Santos in court hoping to strike a plea deal on federal fraud charges.
Arriving at a Long Island courthouse to a crush of cameras and reporters, George Santos headed straight for the door. Court records released Monday show Santos' in talks with federal prosecutors on a plea deal to avoid a trial and possibly spared him significant jail time. In May, Santos pleaded not guilty to 13 charges, including wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and making false statements to Congress. Over the weekend, Santos appeared on a New York City television program saying a plea deal is, quote, not off the table. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Some are calling it the luckiest town in America.
You know, here's a little bit of precedent, man. Check this out. If a business's email or IT systems have been hacked and it led to an invoice being manipulated, the business
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling
may
the Tom
be
Martino Show. How
legally
can I help you?
responsible for the loss of the customer.
Okay, read that again. She interrupted that one part.
It's basically saying if someone hacks into, say, TSN and sends out an invoice to clients and they pay it, and let's say it actually wasn't owed. In other words, it was a totally fake invoice.
Yeah.
You would probably be liable to that customer for the amount they paid and lost.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a ton of different things that have happened.
No problem. Well, Tom will be with you as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and put you on a brief hold, and he will be with you as soon as he can, okay? Yeah, Tom will be with you as soon as possible, okay? I'm going to put you on a brief hold. No problem. Joan, is that Joan? Is that how you spell your name? Perfect. A1 lawn maintenance. Okay. Like I said, there might be a little bit of a wait, but you can hear the show when I put you on hold, and you'll hear when he comes to you on air, okay? No problem.
Pretty easy drive here up and down from downtown from this Tuesday afternoon. I-25 north to southbound from Highway Speed through downtown. West of downtown, Federal Boulevard, we've got a crash at 17 affecting both north and southbound traffic on the intersection. Out west into the high country, I-70 east from that west side back towards Tennessee, through the Genesee area. We're seeing some heavy fog slowing things down, but also that has at least a week to be a little bit. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies today, high 4 degrees and 25. Tomorrow, high 41 with scattered snow showers, warming up a little bit elsewhere, so high 45. Current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swallow at 6:30 KHOW.
Save big every day during our 25 days of deals at Lowe's. Save $100 on select master-built vertical smokers. Shop in-store and online because Lowe's knows deals every day. Valid through 12/13 while supplies last.
I'm a big believer in investing into what the wealthiest people in the world invest into. But it's not easy to know exactly what that is, and it hasn't always been possible for regular folks like you and I. But that's changing. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and if you've done a good job acquiring some assets, now is the time to consider private equity. Private equity is ownership of private companies that aren't traded on the stock market, and in most cases are very exclusive. Examples could include ownership of apartments or nursing homes, dental practices, solar farms, you name it. Why do so many billionaires invest into private equity? Because of historically low correlation to the stock market and historically higher returns. If you have a goal with your portfolio but aren't there yet, call Trajan Wealth today. Call 720-405-3300.
Yo.
720-405-3300.
Talk radio.
10 seconds, guys.
And keep it right. Afternoons with Dan Caplis.
Love the show, love the station.
Denver's talk station.
That's just good radio.
630 KHOW.
Yeah.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Let's go right to the phones. This hour brought to you by DenverRegen.com, who is doing the compounded form of the other drugs you've heard about. It's called semaglutide or semaglutide for weight loss. It's a diabetic drug that has been used for weight loss, and they're compounding it. Of course, before you enter into any program, check with your doctor. They have a doctor, too, on staff, DenverRegen.com. Semaglutide for appetite control and weight loss, blood sugar control, for $250 a month. Compare that to $1,200 a month for the others. Yeah, so DenverRegen.com. And as I said, they are taking calls now. It's a limited time offer. 720-583-1648. Okay, so I want to go to the phones here. People have been waiting. I want to go to Ray. He has a Medicare issue. And we also have rpcenter.com, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Hey, Ray, what's going on?
Yeah, I was working and I lost my job back on July the 24th, 2002.
2022, and I was paying it to my Medicare. I was paying $511 a month. So I paid that all the way up over a year.
Now, Ray, hold on a second.
13 months.
Your Medicare Part A and Part B you're talking about?
Yes, I was paying $511 a month.
Because of your income.
With my income, I was working.
You must have been making some
But then
good
I lost
money.
my job.
You must have been making some good money if you were assessed $500 a month.
Yes, 511. But I lost my job. It's supposed to go went down to 106, and they didn't. I kept paying it, and they got like almost $5,000 of my money, and I want my money back.
What? You can't get a refund?
No, they say they'll just give me I'll be paid up for the next 3.5 years.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you are getting a refund.
No, if you do something, if you owe them some money, they want it back. If they owe me money, I want my money back. I mean, I'm not working, and that's $5,000 of my money that I can use.
No, I get it. I get it.
Well, it's going to guarantee
but
that
you
I'm
will
going to
be getting, but you will be getting that money kind of in more monthly payment from your Medicare, because that payment's taken out of your Medicare benefit.
No.
Right?
No, I won't get nothing back. They just said that. Nope.
Ray, you will get something back. Can I explain this to you? I mean, I understand what you're saying. I fully understand you want the lump sum, $5,000. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If your how much is your monthly benefit for, do you take Social Security?
No, I don't start till January the 9th.
Wait a minute.
And my Social Security is about $4,100 a month.
Okay, hold on a second, Ray. You were on Medicare, but you were not taking Social Security.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you were paying out of pocket.
That's right.
Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. So you were paying out of pocket a full tilt for your health insurance.
That's right.
And then, now that you're going to go on Medicare, your Medicare starts when? In January?
No, my
your Social Security?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in your Social Security, since you're paid up for the next 3 or some odd years, you're going to be getting more of that in your Medicare benefit. In other words, instead of taking the money out of your benefit, you will be prepaid. And you're saying that's unacceptable to you.
Because I'm here today, I can be gone today.
That's what they're hoping.
That's right. They're keeping my money, holding my money, and they're drawing interest off my money.
You know what? Are you sure that's the only option they gave you?
Yeah, I talked to them. They said it would only give me 3.5 years. I'd be paid up for 3.5 years, and that's it. They don't want to give me no money back. Period. It's almost $5,000.
God.
And I haven't worked since July the 24th of 2022.
Listen to this. It says if you were overpaid, they want it right away. You're absolutely right. You have to.
That's right. That's right.
God. It says here that you will. Okay, here's what it says. Under the law, even though you have to pay in full any overpayment of Medicare or Social Security benefit, if you paid Part B premium, the only thing you're going to get back is a credit. That's what it says right here. I'm reading it. That's part of the law, man. Well, I don't know.
Nobody knows when they're going to be here today and be gone today.
No, I know, but what do we do about it if it's the law? If that's the law they passed, that if you made an overpayment, all they're going to do is credit you for the future. That's all they're going to do. And they're just saying that
there's some way around it.
What's that?
That's not right.
I know it isn't. But how did they find out? How did you find out they were that you were paying too much to begin with?
I just checked. I went back and checked, and they said, no, we should inform you that you was only supposed to pay $106 a month when you were no longer working.
God,
it was their mistake.
I know.
I'm a truck driver.
Man, I'm still looking. I'm looking here, and everything I'm seeing, is that they only have to give you a credit. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, if it's the law, it's the law, bro. I don't know what to tell you, honest to God. I mean, I don't know how you can change it. Now, here's what you might want. I mean, try calling. Hey, we always say call your local representative. Who's your congressional representative, Ray?
Diana DeGette.
Why don't you call her office and see? Seriously.
All right, I'll do it.
Let's just see what she says for you, because I don't know, could they write? I don't know if they can make an exception for you, but that's what the law is.
I called Social Security and I told them. They said they was going to get an investigator to find out what went on, and they would get back with me. And I never heard nothing.
Well, the investigator, they're not denying that it happened. They're just saying the way you're going to get paid is monthly, basically. And you will see more money in your monthly check. It's not like the money's invisible. You will get the money back. I mean, because instead of paying in, it's going to be, because normally that would come out of your Social Security check, normally. But now your Social Security check will be more. It'll be that much more, like $100 or so a month, whatever you'd be paying, and they're going to credit you for that. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, when I turn 70 years old, I don't have to pay Social Security no more. And right now I'm at $4,100 a month.
Hold on.
So I don't know what to do.
You always have to pay for Part B. You always have to pay. They're telling you they're going to credit you the Part B premium until you get all your money back. I don't know if you're handling that. So let's just say your Social Security, you say, is $4,400 a month.
41.
You must have made a lot of money as a truck driver.
I drove 5 million miles in the last job I was on.
No, you must have made a lot of money. You made over $100,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're getting almost maximum Social Security. You're getting $4,400. Well, if normally this is how it works. You get a $4,400 check, and then they withdraw from that your premium for Part B. Instead of withdrawing your premium, you're going to not have to pay that for 3 years. So you will actually get more money every month than you normally would. But I know you're saying that's not good enough for you, but you will get.
When I walk out the front door, I can drop dead right out here in my driveway.
I understand that.
So they got my money.
Call Diana to Get's office. See if she'll do it. Let us know if she does it for you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Josh, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, I want to ask you something. Do you have clients who choose not to take Social Security until they're 70?
Absolutely. Yeah, sometimes it's a really viable strategy.
Now, why is that? But they still have to pay if they want to be on Medicare, right?
Yeah, you always want to file for Part A and Part B at age 65 so you avoid penalties. Even if you're still working, you can use your employer plan, but you want to file for Parts A and B so you can avoid those penalties, yeah.
Because otherwise you'll pay a penalty the rest of your life. You'd have to self-pay your Part B because that's a premium.
Right.
And then what's the benefit of waiting until you're 70 to take Social Security?
You get an increase in Social Security benefits every year that you delay. For most full retirement age, we'll just use age 67. Every year beyond age 67, your Social Security increases by 8% simple interest. So meaning if you were getting $1,000 at age 60, which would likely not be the case for most, but for some it may be, the following year it's $1,080 in benefits, and so on until age 70. Yeah.
But then as soon as you get that age 70 benefit, then they can't take that away from you. That accumulated for you.
That's correct. Absolutely. It will not increase beyond age 70, but yes, you're correct, Tom.
So $3,000, for example, if you get 8% on that, so that's an extra $240 a month.
Correct.
And then the following year,
wait
a minute. And then the following year, you get another 8% for that?
No. If age 70, your benefit was $32.40, that is the highest it'll be. The only way it can increase is if there's a cost of living adjustment that's announced by the government every year.
So the only benefit you get is an extra 8% for waiting 5 years?
No. Every year, I think we're talking two different things here, Tom. Every year past full retirement age, so let's just say it's 3 years, you get an additional $240 that first year, another $240 the following year if you wait, and another $240 the following year. So it could end up being about $37.20 if you waited until age 70. So yeah, I misunderstood exactly what you're asking.
Okay, so you actually get quite a bit more money if you wait.
There's a fair amount. Yep, there's a fair amount.
Okay, rpcenter.com. By the way, we got more coming up.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
By the way, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies recommends a good estate plan, and they often recommend Keelan Park. Keelan Park, they're great people for wills, trusts, avoiding probate, or if you're facing probate, if you want to transition your business by selling it or leaving it to your heirs, they can do all of that stuff together with you and your comprehensive plan. Call Keelan Park, whether it's a simple will or a more complicated plan. That's Keel and Park. Now, they have an E on the end of each of those names, Keel and Park, 970-818-8198. 818-8198. That's 970-818-8198. lawkp.com. If you're in trouble, and I hope you never are, you may need a criminal defense attorney. You know, a lot of people say, Tom, I don't think I will, but sometimes your kids might, a relative might, a friend. Take the name and number. We've checked him out, Joe Lazzara. Now, listen, no one plans on getting in trouble or being stopped for a DUI or anything like that, but there are stupid mistakes made. Sometimes people are even falsely accused. Whatever it is, don't shop for a criminal defense attorney under pressure. We've done the shopping for you. Joe Lazzara, free initial consultations always, and then flat rate pricing. 303-429-6200. That's 429-6200.
Hey, are you planning to get an updated COVID-19 vaccine?
Then 871.
Nope.
That amount was with you? Open enroll.
If you don't have health insurance, or if your insurance doesn't cover an updated COVID-19 vaccine, you can get one for free with the Bridge Access program. Just look for places that participate in Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
Sounds good. Bridge Access on vaccines.gov.
A message from CDC.
A real estate man with RE/MAX Alliance. He is a certified negotiation expert, and he knows how to aggressively market your home.
With our specialized marketing knowledge, we aggressively implement the most advanced, innovative, and proactive marketing plan you will find anywhere.
For all things real estate, do not hesitate to call 303-920-1622 or get tips online at FrankDurant.therealestateman.com. You have to check out the new line of flooring at simplyfloorsinc.com.
Yeah.
It's called Proximity.
I'm ready for a nap.
Whether you're looking for luxury vinyl planks, hardwood, carpet, tile, they have it all, including scratch resistant, waterproof. You need to go to simplyfloorsinc.com. They have a showroom up north. They have a showroom south that's brand new. They have in-home shopping. They have color experts to help you choose product. Impeccable
service, great pricing. SimplyFloorZinc.com. That's SimplyFloorZinc.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works with over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off...
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hi. Can I help you with something? Tom Martino Show.
No.
Okay. Are you the landlord or are you the tenant?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name, sir? All right. Hang on for me.
I am an Amazon whore. I am just too much into Amazon.
Receive $250 off and 250 free hair preps. Simply call 720-459-HAIR. Now you've been waiting for the right option, and here it is. But this is a limited time offer. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With advanced hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. 720-459-HAIR or view the before and after photos at advancedhair.com.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Patchy fog and then mostly cloudy this afternoon. High temperatures in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Mostly cloudy skies tonight and a little bit of snow on the way in the city tomorrow. This is Fox 31 pinpoint weather meteorologist from Torrance.
Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth.
10 seconds, Tom.
Fiduciary Advisors, TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Let's talk. Okay, who should I take? Oh, there we go, Jerry. Jerry, what's going on with you, man? What's happening?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
I can give you a cut to the chase, and then you tell me if you want me to expand.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Okay, my vehicle was at Les Schwab in Parker, Colorado, on Parker Road, and it was there with the consent of the previous store manager because it needed rear brakes to be adjusted, and then while I was driving it, the motor stopped running, so I just had it towed there. The excellent store manager was Bryce, and
well, what quit. Did you have it towed? Hold on. Why would you have it towed to Schwab?
Bryce, who I knew, said he would adjust the rear brakes. And
yeah,
then
but it wasn't running, you said, right?
Yeah, and then the next day it died on me, so I just towed it there because the not having good rear brakes, I got into a car accident, and so I towed it to Les Schwab because Bryce said it was okay.
I understand that, Jerry, but was Schwab going to fix the fact that it died? Is that why you took it there?
Yes. Yeah, Bryce said he was going to try to look at it and fix it. He then said he couldn't, so he was calling some of his friends in the business to see if they could help me get it going.
Okay, so how long was it there?
It was towed there August 29th. I was in constant communication with Bryce up until the beginning of October. Well,
Jerry, that's way too long for your car to be there. What happened to it?
Well, just the car battery got stolen while it was under the possession of Les Schwab. I went to the police department, made a report because the new acting manager, Craig, was being obstinate. I'll use that word.
Well, Jerry, you don't even have to say anything. They're not responsible for a theft.
No, I know. I'm not responsible. It was my battery that got stolen while it was under the possession of Les Schwab.
I get it.
I picked the car up.
So hold on a second. You're not calling because you want Schwab to pay for the battery, right?
Of course I am.
Well, they don't owe you a battery. Your car was abandoned at their shop, and even if they took it in for repairs, they're not responsible for that. If someone steals from their lot, did they do something wrong? Did they leave your car unlocked? Did they say, come and get it? I mean, what did they do wrong?
They put it in a place where, by the dumpster, it couldn't be under
Well,
video
I'm sorry.
surveillance.
So you had a bailment agreement, and they should have taken better care of your car. How much a day were you paying for them to take care of your car?
I was going to pay them upon completion of the repair.
I'm talking about the storage. It was there for 3 months. Listen, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but come on, bro. It was there September, October, November, and half of December, and you want them to pay for a battery?
No. It was not there. It was there for October, September, and beginning part of October, like 6 weeks.
Okay, so it was there a total of 6 weeks. I'm sorry. So you were not paying for storage for 6 weeks, but you want them to act as if they had a fiduciary responsibility. Look at Jerry. I'm trying to give you the common sense because you're going to find it out anyway, but someone's not going to tell you. They're going to BS you. I'm telling you right now that Les Schwab is not responsible for your loss.
It's under their possession.
No, it is not under their possession and care. It is your car, just like if you took it in to be repaired. What you're talking about is bailment. That's what you're trying to say, Jerry, but they did not have a bailment agreement with you. A bailment agreement is where they make a promise to you to save that car and to keep it safe, and they charge you for it. Did you have such a contract?
When you take a car for repair, it is understood that it's under their supervision, their possession. They fix the car or they don't.
Jerry, you're wrong. I know, Jerry, you don't want to hear this, but you're wrong, Jerry. Let me ask you this. What if a hailstorm came along and pummeled the car? Would they be responsible for that?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the dealerships when they get their cars from customers.
Jerry,
I don't know.
They're not responsible. They're not responsible. Listen, I'm trying to help you out, okay? Because you sound like a dumbass, and I want to help you out. Here's the bottom line. They're not responsible unless they contributed to it, unless they were negligent. If someone stole the battery because they saw a car sitting there for 6 weeks, it's not their problem. End of story. Listen, I don't want to discuss it anymore. It's just not their problem. And you're going to find that out, Jerry. You're going to go to small claims court and you're going to lose, okay? And I'll bet you. You want to bet? Let's bet some money on it. They're not responsible unless they contributed to it. Were they negligent? Just because you leave your truck there for 6 weeks does not make them responsible. No, they are not. They're not. In fact, garage keepers would turn it down because Schwab did nothing wrong. Now, if it was a facility that promised secure storage and you paid for that storage, it might be a different story. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Sorry about that, but I can't agree with something if it's not right. We have more coming up.
Get him!
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Boost Infinite.
A pretty easy drive throughout the Denver Metro for this Tuesday afternoon. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through downtown. West of downtown, Federal Boulevard, we've got a crash at 17th affecting both north and southbound traffic at the intersection. Out west into the high country, I-70 east and westbound, we're back to intended speeds through the Genesee area. We were seeing some heavy fog slowing things down, but it does look like that has at least alleviated a little bit. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies today, high 40 degrees, overnight low of 25. Tomorrow, high 41 with scattered snow showers, warming up a little bit on Thursday with a high of 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Boost Infinite
10 seconds, Tom.
gives you 3 networks for the price of 1 and better service at a lower price. Switch today. Visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com.
No house is complete without window coverings. If you're looking for window coverings, call Made in the Shade. They'll fix you up with shades or blinds. Maybe you want curtains or shutters or whatever it is, they can do it. And guess what? They do it at a great price with a one-stop shop. They estimate and measure everything free. Then they have a designer that can help you pick the right stuff free. Once you buy the stuff, then they have their in-house installers, and they guarantee all installation, plus the manufacturers guarantee the product, so you are truly made in the shade. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566, denvershades.co.
If addiction, trauma, depression, or anxiety are making you feel alone, the Raleigh House is here for you. With 2
Thanks
locations,
for calling Troubleshooter Show.
team of
Please hold a quick moment.
Raleigh House provides a premium level of care, offering both inpatient and outpatient services. The Raleigh House can meet you where you're at. Our substance abuse and mental health services at the Raleigh House can provide a place where you can reconnect, find your purpose, and heal. Call 720-797-8777.
Man, people are such dumbasses sometimes. God almighty, I'm so tired of dumbasses.
Get him, Tom.
Dumbasses. Well, they had possession. Hey, Mark. Mark.
Yeah.
So Joe said he was going to give 7 books away to the first 7 listeners who called, or 6. So why do you want me to record a spot for that?
Because that's what he wants now.
Okay, and that's going to run for the rest of the month? You think we might run out of 6 books?
No, it's going to be more than that. He's got boxes of them, he said.
So what should I say then? That call for a free book?
Whatever you did worked pretty well because he received 3 calls.
Okay, so what we're going to do is just say, I won't put a number on it. I'll just say while supplies last.
Good afternoon. Thanks for
Yeah,
calling
that's
the Tom
perfect.
Martino
All
Show.
right, good.
In fact, that's probably accurate because I'm sure he doesn't have a million books.
Okay. Okay.
I need you to sign the inside cover of each
Yes,
book going
Josh
out,
is.
too.
Just Josh.
Oh, I will.
None of those fake stamp bullshit.
Okay, sounds
either.
good. I
Real
will give you guys a
signatures.
call at 10. Now, should I call you or
Gold
John Jr.?
Sharpie.
Okay, so, well, I've got Colleen's number. I gave that to you. So, okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, you too. Bye.
You're so sweet.
Sometimes.
I want you to know that Aspenwood Dental and the Colorado Dental Implant Center will help you with either or both of these words. The caring team at Aspenwood Dental is truly great at helping folks who are afraid of being in the chair get through it. For some folks, that means sedation, but for others, it's just being patient through the process that will burn the pump. And on the cost side, Aspenwood works with people who don't have dental insurance to remove financial barriers to treatment, and whether for implants or more traditional dentistry, they'll customize a treatment plan to fit your dental needs and your budget. I hope you'll make my family dentist your family dentist.
10 seconds here, guys.
You can give them a call at 303-751-3321, 303-751-3321, or online at aspenwooddental.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so, man, I'll tell you, I don't like when I have to tell people they're wrong. Honest, I don't like it when they think they have a strong case. But if you don't have a strong case, why lie to you? Randy, what's going on with your 2023 Honda Ridgeline? What's happening?
Well, I'm looking to purchase a 2023 Ridgeline. I found one, 10,000 miles on it used, at a used car dealer in Commerce City. I pulled the Carfax up, it was clean. When I went into the dealership, the salesman told me that it had been in an accident and totaled by the insurance company and rebuilt, but yet it still had a clear title.
Yeah, there are ways. I'm glad you found that out. Don't buy it.
Well, I'm not, but he even called the Honda dealership, gave them the VIN number, and they still said it was still under factory warranty.
Well,
and
you're going to find.
No sense.
You said it was a salvage title or not?
Yeah, well, rebuilt, so yes.
Well, but it was. Why was it salvaged? Was it salvaged due to hail damage, or was it an accident?
It was an accident, and there was a gap between the front right fender and the hood.
That would not total a car, Jerry. It had to be way more than that. Not Jerry, I'm sorry. It had to be way more than that, Randy. Way more.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying
Are you calling because you can't figure out how they got a clean title?
Yeah, I'm calling about that. Yes.
I actually don't know how they got a clean title. Did the Carfax actually say it was salvaged?
No, the Carfax said it was clean. The salesman told me it was rebuilt from salvage.
I don't think it was rebuilt from salvage. I think it was. I think it was badly damaged and rebuilt. If it was salvaged, it would have an S on the title unless they took it out of state and brought it back here again.
Yeah, but I was told that it was totaled. Accident totaled the vehicle. It was rebuilt, and that was visible.
That's nice that it's nice that the dealer told you that. So what's the point here? Did you want to tell people to beware of that?
Well, the point is that if I want to resell that vehicle,
first of all, you shouldn't buy it.
No, I'm not going to, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to avoid these pitfalls and figure out how this.
Let's put it this way. If you ever bought that car, you would be under no obligation to say it was salvaged. If Carfax doesn't say it was salvaged and it doesn't have a salvage vehicle, a title, I don't know what that salesperson told you, but unless it has, I don't think it was totaled, okay? You do, I don't. I mean, that's just the way we stand. We're not going to come to an agreement.
Told me.
What's that?
The salesman told me it was totaled.
The salesman doesn't get to declare it salvage. The insurance company and the state does. Once it's declared salvage, it has an S title, even if they rebuild it. So, Randy, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, let's talk to Joan. Joan, what's going on with A1 Maintenance? Hello, Joan.
Yes.
What's happening?
I signed a contract with this lawn mowing company,
and all I really wanted done is to get my lawn mowed. And he was very insistent that I signed a long, detailed contract first. I did sign it. That was my big mistake.
Uh-oh.
Anyhow, I was paying $45 each time. It's not a large lawn. And then one day he showed up and raked for 3 hours and then charged me $225 for that. I did not ask him to do that.
Was it part of the contract?
I told him that. I'm sorry, what?
Was it part of the contract, that fall cleanup?
Yeah, after I read it, I thought, oh, it will include power rake and all this other stuff. What it doesn't say is that he's going to be charging you extra for it.
I'd have to have somebody take a look at that, Joan. So how much, it doesn't mention any prices in there at all.
What it mentions in there, that it's $225 a month.
Okay.
And, but then it's very detailed. And also, there was a bonus gift for signing up. And
no, but Joan, here's what I'm worried about. The $225 a month you knew about, but as far as the fall cleanup, you didn't know about that extra charge.
No, it doesn't say anything.
Then he shouldn't charge you. Then why did you pay it?
Well, I didn't pay him for that.
Good.
But he turned around and he said that the bonus gift, it was 4 solar lights, each one costing $100. And that since I wasn't going to complete the contract, then I owed him for those
need to just look
solar
at that
lights,
agreement.
$400.
We need to look at the agreement, Joan. There's no way we have to get it before the show tomorrow. We'll look at it, or really, there's no way we can tell you without looking at that agreement or having somebody look at it.
Okay.
It could be. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how the hell he can charge you without putting it in the contract. He can't just arbitrarily show up for an extra cleaning, and then when you say I'm not paying for it, he says, well, then you're not getting your free gift. And by the way, I don't know of any solar light in the world, low voltage solar light in the world, that would cost $100. Not one.
Right. Okay, it says handyman work, pruning or removal, cleanup are by the man hour. Client may ask for estimate or get a bid from another licensed
Okay, so he did say, hold on. So he is saying he does it by the hour, and you have to ask for an estimate. That it is in the agreement, Joan.
Yes, but the problem was he didn't even tell me he was coming. He just what?
But what if he did, though? I mean, it was in the contract, right, dear? I mean, look, I think, in my opinion, look, let's just see this thing. We can call the guy. Does he sound like he's willing? I would just fire him. And tell him if he wants the lawn things, to come and get them. Now, you didn't give him access to your bank account, did you?
No, I did not.
Here's what I would do, okay? Let us see the contract, but I would say to him, you know what? If you want those solar lights, come and get them. I'm not paying for them. I'm not going to put up with this garbage. Just see what he does. But beware, he could put a lien on your house. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know how strong the contract is, and it sounds like you just got mixed up with a contract you shouldn't have signed.
You're right.
We're willing to take a look at it, Joan, but I wouldn't let him threaten you to pay for those lights. Just tell him that take them. Tell him you don't want them. We have more coming up. Hold on. Kelly, just see what else he wants to say.
Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
A pretty easy drive throughout the Denver Metro for this Tuesday afternoon. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through downtown. West of downtown, Federal Boulevard, we've got a crash at 17th affecting both north and southbound traffic at the intersection. Out west into the high country, I-70 east and westbound, we're back to intended speeds through the Genesee area. We were seeing some heavy fog slowing things down, but it does look like that has at least alleviated a little bit. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, cloudy skies today, high 40 degrees, overnight low of 25. Tomorrow, high 41 with scattered snow showers, warming up a little bit on Thursday with a high of 45. The current temperature in Denver is 33 degrees with your impact traffic and weather. Mark Swan at 6:30 KHOW.
During Pro Paint Days at
10 seconds, Tom.
$10 on a new and exclusive 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Drywall PVA Primer and Sealer. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/15. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply.
Zero Res Denver is a great cleaning company because they leave your house safe for pets and kids. And when they come in, they don't use a lot of water. They just use the high alkaline, super soft, energized water. And I'm telling you, they get things super clean. You know what I love is that there's no dirt attracting residue when they're done. $33 a room for the first 3 rooms. Right now, they have a free hallway. You got to give them a call. They do a great job. The only ones I'll have in my home, ZeroResDenver.com. Still time to get it done before Christmas. ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150. Carpet, tile, granite, mattress, upholstery, area rugs, even duct cleaning, and commercial or residential. That's ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150. The Art of Granite will do a price on the phone right now for granite countertops or any countertop. They don't do just granite. That's what the name says. They do all natural stone, any man-made material. All you have to do is give them a call, and they're happy to give you a price. Why? Because they're proud of what they do. They're proud of their pricing. TheArtOfGranite.com. 303-386-5919. Tear out and haul away is free too. 303-386-5919. If you're coming across a real estate deal, a closing, you want some docs reviewed, or maybe you got a threatening letter from someone about your survey not being right, or an easement that you're encroaching on, or someone's encroaching on your easement, O'Brien Legal Services handles these kinds of things and all kinds of things real estate. He is a real estate expert and can handle your real estate problems. So anything to do with real estate, even if you want to prevent problems with good agreements and documentation, call O'Brien Legal Services, olslaw.com, olslaw.com, 720-370-7388.
Sorry, that was me. I jumped it.
Oh, sorry.
And that's 720-635-0708.
We got it out there, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, hang on for me. I will come back to you in case we need to reschedule you for tomorrow, okay? Hold on. Troy, what's your phone number? I just want to make sure we're coming up on the end of the show, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to get to your question today, but I would love to give you a call back tomorrow for our show. So what is your phone number?
18.
Okay, perfect. Hang on for me. There's still some time left in the show. I will come on if we need to reschedule you. Okay? Hold on. Hey, Tom?
Yeah.
So Joan, actually, the guy did put a lien on her house. I have the gentleman's name and his phone number if you want to line that up for tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if he'll come on.
Okay.
This poor woman, she got herself in deep.
Okay,
she should
Joan,
probably
we're coming
just
up
pay
on
the
the
guy
end
and
of the
be done
show.
with it.
So I want to bring you back on tomorrow. We're going to try
We'd
to
have
see
to
if
see
we
the
can get
contract, see
Jesse
if
on
she
the
can
show.
actually even fire
So I
him.
just want to verify your number.
She can?
719-930-7009 is the best number to reach
No,
you.
we would have to see the contract to see if she can actually fire him or not. There could be something in there if he's got a lengthy ass
tomorrow
contract.
when we open the show at 10 a.m. Does that work for you? Okay.
We're going to have to get her back on tomorrow.
Yeah, Kel's working on it right now.
All right. Well, we'll try to get him on tomorrow to see if he'll come on air. Regardless, I'll definitely call you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., okay? Okay. You take care. Okay. Bye-bye.
God, I hate these texts from politicians. How do they get my fucking number?
I sold your phone number to them.
Oh, thanks.
Whatever.
So tomorrow when I sign in, we got to figure out why it's not going to work before I do it.
So right now you're on access 4, right?
Yeah, but...
And Mark's on 5?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I mean, it's just something there. There's some kind of an adjust. Something happens.
We know you didn't touch anything, so it's okay.
No, I absolutely didn't.
10 seconds.
That's how bad Governor McPhee has made cost of living in our state. 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station.
I want to just say Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Do you know what the date is we're going to have our meeting? I want people to save the date on the calendar because we're going to have a lot of information about retirement planning. When is that, Josh?
That's going to be February 8th of 2024.
February 8th. There's plenty of time to save time to be there. And it's going to be in the northern area of Denver?
Yeah, about 120th and I-25.
Okay, that's good for people up north, people down south. And I want you to just mark your calendars for that, and they'll have more on that on their website. And you can always call them for a consultation as well. rpcenter.com. That's their website, RP, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, rpcenter.com. With long-term care, can they hold pre-existing conditions against you, Josh?
Well, it depends on when you purchased the long-term care policy. I mean, yeah, they can. But you had mentioned annuities that have long-term care riders associated with them. And in that case, no. Typically, the qualifiers for the long-term care riders are one of a few different things. One, they're confined to a nursing home. That would qualify them.
Yeah.
Or second, and probably one of the more common ones these days, are dealing with the activities of daily living. If you have trouble performing any of those without assistance, that will qualify you. So usually those are the two kickers relative to annuity long-term care riders.
970-663-3211, rpcenter.com. Troy, speaking of retirement, you have a question. Go ahead, Troy.
Yes, my question is, if my wife decides to retire at 62 and start collecting Social Security benefits, and she's made quite a significant amount less than I make, when I actually retire, would she be eligible to get spousal Social Security benefits?
No, you don't get spousal benefits unless you die or you're separated, I think. Josh, do you know about that? Like, the wife doesn't automatically get... So I don't know the answer. Do you, Josh? If she's taking her own at 62 and then he gets more than that, can she get spousal benefits while she's alive and living with him?
Yeah, so what you're talking about, Tom, is actually survivor benefits.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're right. So with his case, though, what does the wife... They look at hers and then they look at half of his, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And if half of yours, Troy, if half of yours is more than hers, she will get the amount to make it half of yours.
Okay, so whenever I decide to retire, then we look at the difference.
Half of yours and what she's getting, and they equalize it to half of yours. We're out of time. Save all your problems for me.
You're
okay,
clear, buddy.
I'll see you tomorrow when I connect and you won't hear me.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye.
Good deal.